else in, and then it started to work. Hello and welcome, people, as we get set to go here. Coleman and I always jesting per usual as we get started here. We had some audio problems getting started, so if our audio is not great, please message us to let us know so that we can fix it. As we get set, Blues and Oaks square off here on our last fireworks night of the season. As the Blues look to bounce back after a heartbreaking loss in 10 innings last night to the Santa Barbara Foresters. The Blues will send the left-hander number 34 Peyton Sherlin to the mound to take on the Oaks, as the Blues are a game and a half back of the Oaks right now. So a big game, not a must win, but about as close as you can get, as the Blues will have two more league games against the Packers after this, as we'll be up in Healdsburg for Sunday and Monday for our last two interleague games. So Blues will look to get a win here to set them up for that weekend, as the Blues defensively line up as such. Marco Murillo will be out in left field. Jay Charleston back in center. Over and right will be Noah Taylor. And around the infield, Blaine Jones. Once again, over at third, Dane Stankiewicz at shortstop. Second baseman Brian Klein will hit in the cleanup role today. And over at first base for the Blues will be number 3, Jack Kuzma. The battery today behind the plate is catcher number 21, Slade Hagen. And once again, Peyton Sherlin on the mound. Some tough news for Blues fans, as Matt Anderson, who had on a backswing in yesterday's game, a Forrester bat caught him in the hand. He has a hairline fracture, so his season is done. Coleman is his roommate, so I got the news straight from the horse's mouth. So you hate to see that right at the end of the season. Thankfully, it's just a hairline, nothing too crazy, but his season is done for the Blues, as he was a solid catcher all summer long. As we get started here, Sam Shaken, the shortstop, the right-hander, will step to the plate to get things going, as Sherlin's first offering, a fastball just a bit outside, as we get underway here. So Sherlin, Shaken, the right-handed hitter at the plate. Sherlin on the mound delivers a fastball, same spot. This one's going to be fouled off out of play. Count even at 1-1. Blues looking for a good start from Sherlin on the mound today, as they got that from Constantine in yesterday's game. Constantine, 6 solid innings. That ball's hit on the ground to short. Stankiewicz backhands, bobbles. A strong throw across is just not going to be in time, as Stankiewicz's throw just cannot get there. Shaken gets there in time for an infield single, as that ball just clicks off the backhand of Dane Stankiewicz there, right off his glove on the heel. Strong throw there, but just not in time to get Shaken, so he's aboard to get things started. And with a man on, Brandon Lewis will come to the plate. So Brandon Lewis to the plate, the right-hand hitter. First pitch swings and misses at a Sherlin changeup there, 0-1. So Lewis at the plate here, a man on first. Nobody out here in the first inning, as the 0-1 offering another changeup away is going to be duck hooked into left field for a base hit as it falls. And Charleston's going to get it back in quickly, so Shaken only advances to second. So first and second after a pair of singles here to get things started, and Jordan McFarland will come to the plate. So McFarland bats first and second, nobody out, so Blues in a bit of a jam here to start this game off. As I look for Sherlin on the mound just to settle in a little bit here, as this game's just begun. Changeup looked good. He just went with the same pitch in the same spot, so Lewis kind of keyed on that one there, able to jump on it and hooked it into left field for a base hit. As the first pitch here to McFarland, a fastball foul back. Count moves to 0-1. Sherlin will look for a ground ball, try to induce two. He's got Jones and Stankiewicz on the left side of the infield, Klein and Kuzma on the right. So a solid infield defensively for the Blues today, as they do not want to give the Oaks any extra chances on the base paths or at the plate, as the 0-1 offering on the way. Sherlin sets and deals. A fastball going to be just a bit low, and count will even at 1-1. So with McFarland at the plate, a right-hander waits. The 1-1 pitch, a changeup hit on the ground toward first. Kuzma's got it, goes to second for one. That's all he's going to get, but a nice play there as the first baseman for the day ranges far to his right side on a backhand, makes the play. Klein would have had it, could have gone one with it, but a heads-up Kuzma there makes the play to second to try to get the middle runner. So runners at the corners here with one gone. A nice play by Jack as that keeps the double play opportunity for Sherlin. So a ground ball can get him out of this inning right here without yielding a run. And it's going to be Chase Cockrell, the designated hitter, another right-hander at the plate here. As Cockrell digs in, the designated hitter. Runners at the corners, one out here in the top of the first. Blues with a little bit of adversity here in the first inning. As Sherlin, a nice pitch there, swung on and missed. 0-1. As Sherlin looks and gets the sign. He and Hagan working together to try to keep this Conejo Oaks lineup in check as Cockrell, a very crouched stance from the right-hander, right up on that inside corner. Fastball in on the hands, fouls it off. A nice pitch there by Sherlin, challenges Cockrell inside as he's standing right over that inside corner. Kind of leans over the inside part of the plate there. So a nice pitch by Sherlin there to kind of back him off a little bit, get it on the hands. As now Sherlin sets ahead in the count, 0-2. Pitch on the way. Another fastball, a little too good. 0-2 is going to be hit into center for a base hit. And the Oaks take a 1-0 lead. So a mistake by Sherlin there as he had Cockrell down 0-2. The cleanup man for these Oaks do not want to give him anything good. 0-2. I was expecting to see maybe a changeup away or see if Sherlin busts out that breaking ball he's got. But he tried to go with a fastball down with a little two-seam action. Did not get it down enough as that one was middle in, about thigh high, and Cockrell doesn't miss it. Takes it right back up the middle to give the Oaks the lead. As his first offering, here's the dirt. Nice block by Slade Hagan behind the plate as he faces Elijah Alexander, the center fielder here. Ground ball can still get Sherlin out of this inning with only one run given up. As the pitch here is going to be lifted into left center field, but Murillo's going to drift over, and he will make the catch for out number 2. So nice play there by Marco as he gets over there. As that ball tailing back toward the left field line, an easy play for Marco. Couple steps to his left, and with 2 gone, Michael Spears, the right fielder, will come to the plate here. First offering on the way here. A fastball is going to be fouled off by Spears, our right-handed hitter, as he slaps that one back to the screen. 0-1. As the Blues had early offense in last night's game as they grabbed 3 runs against the Foresters in the first. So offense early on has not been a problem for the Blues as of late. Sherlin's just going to try to keep the deficit at just 1 here, and he will have done his job as that fastball is hit on the ground. Kuzma dives, unable to get it. It's going to get into right field. Taylor has it. Runner reeling for third, coming to the plate. It's going to be cut off by Kuzma. And the Conejo Oaks take a 2-0 lead. So nice pitch there by Sherlin, goes away from Spears, but he takes it the other way. A nice piece of hitting there. Kuzma with a good dive, just couldn't get to the ground quick enough. So the game opened up quickly here by the Oaks as they grab a 2-0 lead. And now their catcher, Drew Sims, will come to the plate. First and second, 2 outs. So Sims, a tall right-handed hitter at the plate. Open stance, first offering on the way. A change-up low, good block by Hagan there. As Sherlin sets here, his 1-0 offering on the way to Sims. A fastball, this one again just a bit low, below the knees there, and the count moves to 2-0. So Sherlin trying to stay low in the zone and trigger a ground ball. Just a bit too low with his first 2 pitches here as he'll look to work from there. Not a bad spot to miss, though. Keep that ball low, keeps it out of harm's way. 2-0 offering here is going to be a changeup called strike on the outer half there. Nice spot. Sherlin's got that outside changeup working to these right-handed hitters. He's going to need it as it's a heavy right-handed lineup for the Conejo Oaks here. Sherlin's pitch here is going to be hit into left field for a base hit by Spears. Rounding third and coming to the plate is Cockrell. The throw is going to be offline as Hagan had to go abandon his post to field that one, as he will call for time. And the Oaks have grabbed a 3-0 lead here early on as Sims singles, brings Cockrell around. And now, once again, first and second as they trade positions out there on the bases. And now Andrew Lucas will come to the plate. So Blues want to avoid allowing the game to get too out of hand here in the opening frame, as it's a 3-0 lead for the Oaks here. The Blues had the exact same lead in yesterday's ball game as the Foresters came back to win. So Blues will look to try to mimic the comeback of the Foresters from yesterday's ball game, as that fastball's a called strike to Lucas on the outer half, 0-1. As the 0-1 offering hit on the ground to third here. Jones has it. Can't keep his feet. Throws to second from his butt in time. A nice play by Blaine Jones to get the Blues out of the inning as he's going into the 5-6 hole, ranging to his left. Fields the ball, loses his feet, falls to the ground, does a nice Neymar somersault, throws the ball to second in time. Heads up play by Brian Klein to cover the bag. Inning over, side retired, but damage done as the Oaks grab 3 in the opening frame. Blues will look to respond when we come back. It'll be the starter, Kevin Holcomb, on the mound for the Oaks when we return. As we get set for the home half of the first inning, Jay Charleston's going to come to the plate. Blues have Charleston, Stankiewicz, and Jones. So a bit of a different looking lineup today as skipper Dan Marple playing the averages here. He's got Charleston, Stankiewicz, and Jones as his top three hitters in the lineup. So Dane goes from 9-2 here today in the order. First pitch to Charleston, a fastball taken for a strike, 0-1. Brian Klein moves down a spot into the cleanup role today. So all the infielders, shortstop, third, and second baseman make up the 2, 3, and 4 spots of Skip's lineup today as the 0-1 offering from the right-hander. Kevin Holcomb on the way. He's going to be lifted fouled on the right field line out of play, 0-2. Behind Brian Klein, Slade Hagan, the catcher today, will be hitting fifth. Murillo, who leads the team currently in home runs, will bat sixth. Noah Taylor and Conacher Sands, the two Cal Poly men, will hit seventh and eighth. Excuse me, will hit sixth. Seventh and eighth. And Jack Kuzma, the other Cal Poly Mustang, hits ninth. So the three Cal Poly guys on the team all hitting next to each other today as that fastball is fouled off and will stick at 0-2. So Blues have a solid lineup today. I think personally, Coleman would agree. Lipsius gets the day off as he's had a lot of games in a row. But Blues are set up pretty well defensively, I think, for this game, as a lot of those balls hitting that first inning were able to find some gaps. But as this game goes on, I'm sure it'll find some gloves. That changeup inside, as they're going to say Charleston went around. Home plate umpire doesn't even appeal to first, so Charleston gone on a strikeout there for out number one. I'm sure Jay would have liked a jury of his peers being the first base umpire to be able to comment, as it was a close play, didn't necessarily swing, but it was close. So he's gone for out number one, and now Dane Stankiewicz will come to the plate. Left-handed hitter will step to the box. Blues would like to just get a run here if they could, just to answer back a little bit, as those 3 runs that the Oaks grabbed in the top of the frame definitely working the same way the Blues did yesterday, as the Blues kind of announced their presence with some authority, dropped a 3 spot. But as we saw last night, you can't coast on early offense, as I expect this Blues team to chip away as we go on in this game, as that fastball to Danes hit right back up the middle. And just like that, Blues have a man on to get things going as Stankiewicz takes a big turnaround first base, but now gets back. So a nice single there as he takes that one right back where it came from for a base hit. And now Blaine Jones comes to the plate. Jones has had a solid season, especially the second half. He's really caught fire at the plate, hence the reason he's hitting in the 3 spot now for the Blues, with a man on first and 1 out. We'll see if the Blues can make something happen here. Like we said, don't need to get it all back right now. Got 9 innings to play, but maybe a run in the first just to show some early life here and get your troops rallied, as I'm sure Sherlin will buckle down as this game goes on. The growing pains of the first inning just caught him a little bit as the first pitch here's in the dirt. Stankiewicz almost takes off, now scrambles back to first. So nice take by Jones, 1-0. So Jones, a right-hander here, facing Kevin Holcomb, the right-handed starter for the Oaks. As Holcomb on the season has a 5.56 ERA through 22 2/3 innings. As the pitch on the way to Jones is going to be popped up, going to be in foul territory, going to curl out of play as it's going to get into the Blues bullpen, up and over the fence, and the count evens at 1-1. Blaine Jones so far, all in all on the season, as we said, he's been hitting pretty solid for the Blues, hitting .259 on the season, but as we said, hot as of late, as he's tallied 15 RBIs. Luke Lipsius has the lead on the club with 19, so Jones right in the mix there. Also worked 14 walks, as well as that fastball is going to be called strike on the outside corner there. Nice frame by catcher Drew Sims to hold that one for the call, and the count moves to 1-2. Jones looking to find a gap here. Outfield playing him pretty straight up. Same with the infield. Slight double play depth, but not much on the infield, as left field playing back a bit as that fastball swung on and missed. Jones with the fastball up and in. Can't catch up for out number 2. And with 2 gone, Brian Klein will come to the plate here. Man on first and 2 gone here in the opening frame for the Blues offensively. As Klein, as you said time and again, one of the top hitters on the Blues club so far this summer. He's right up there hitting .302 on the season in his 76 plate appearances. Tallied 14 RBIs in those appearances. That fastball misses low, 1-0. Klein, a good eye at the plate, will make Holcomb work for his strikes as Slade Hagan hits behind him. Stankiewicz leads from first here. We'll see if he tries to run with a left-handed hitter in the box, as The 1-0 offering on the way to Klein. A fastball fouled straight back as he's right on that one, just a bit underneath it as he tried to lift and separate right there to make some noise, but a bit underneath it evens the count at 1-1. So 1-1 the count to Brian Klein at the plate as the Blues looking to respond here in the first inning. Got a single from Stankiewicz, but with 2 gone, going to need Brian to deliver here with 2 outs as the 1-1 offering. Stankiewicz does take off, fastball up and in for a ball. Throw down to second is not going to be in time as it was high as well. So Stankiewicz in regardless with a stolen base. So now Blues with a man in scoring position and 2 away. Blues need a single from Klein here to grab a run. As Stankiewicz can run, he'll should be able to come home to score on a base hit, especially with 2 outs. He'll be moving on contact. Interesting now to see what Holcomb does with Klein at the plate here and Hagen in the on-deck circle. Will he pitch around Klein a little bit, maybe a little more carefully with first base open now as that fastball right on the outside corner. 2-2 as a good called strike there. Good pitch to take. Not much Klein's going to do with that one as it was a close one there, but Holcomb gets the call, evens it at 2-2. We'll see what he goes with here against Klein as Brian waits. The 2-2 offering on the way. As Stankiewicz leads from second, pitch on the way, change up in the dirt. Good block by Sims behind the plate as Stankiewicz retreats, and the count runs full 3-2. Holcomb definitely does not need to throw a strike to Brian here with first base open. Lefty-righty matchup here favoring Klein at the plate. We'll see if Holcomb goes after him here with a pitch in the zone or tries to get Klein to chase at something on a 3-2 offering as he sets at the belt. His pitch on the way, a fastball, and Klein fouls it off as that one down and in. Klein goes after it, just fouls it straight back, and we'll reset. As Hagen continues to warm in the on-deck circle, getting loose, still has his shin guards on, hopefully won't need them. As he looks to bat this inning, the full count offering once again on the way from Holcomb. Outside ball 4 and tries to get Klein to chase, can't do it, so Slade will get a chance to hit here. Runners on first and second, 2 gone. Blues a hit away from grabbing at least a run of their own. If Hagen can find a gap, possibly 2. As Slade will come to the plate here, hitting .228, been on a tear as of late, as we learned about two and a half weeks ago that Hagen got some contacts, and since then he's been hitting the ball much better. As it turns out, if you can see the ball, Cole, you drive it much better. Cole, your thoughts? You know, Cole, I would not have thought. As the first pitch to Hagen here, a fastball, called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Slade's got a lot of pop in that bat. Good fastball hitter. Looking to use Holcomb's velocity against him here. Big gap in right center. If he gets another fastball away like that, just go with that pitch, take it to right field. Possibly for a 2 RBI double as the 0-1 from Holcomb on the way. Another fastball. This one's going to be low and away, and the count evens at 1-1. Marco Murillo in the on-deck circle. Blues trail 3-0 here in the opening frame, looking to respond. The Oaks 3 runs with at least maybe a run of their own here, as they're definitely showing some life offensively here in the opening frame for their at-bats, as the 1-1 offering on the way. Holcomb will look to second, now to the plate. Fastball down and away, 2-1, same spot, same result. As Holcomb, displeased with himself on the mound, kind of bounces around out there. Body language shows that he wanted that one on the corner, just wasn't able to place it there. As they're clearly trying to stay away from Hagen, at least in the early goings of this at-bat. He stands off the plate a fair amount, but he's got those long arms. 6'1" catcher out of Gonzaga's. The pitch here, down and away once again. Same pitch, same spot, same result. And the count moves to 3-1. So Hagen in the driver's seat here now. 3 balls and 1 strike. Looks to make Holcomb pay for missing down and away 3 times in a row. We'll see if Kevin on the mound will give Slade something to drive. As the 3-1 offering on the way, Holcomb sets at the belt. His pitch here as he takes a look to second. Klein leads from first. Pitches a fastball, low ball 4, and Slade Hagen works a walk. Down 0-1, and then all of a sudden, Holcomb can't find the zone. 4 straight heaters out of the zone. Down and away, Hagen walks. And now Marco Murillo comes to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And that'll be enough to get a visit from the coach of the Conejo Oaks here. He's going to go out to the mound with his catcher Sims to have a chat with Holcomb out there as the Blues applying some pressure here in the first, which is good to see. Regardless of if they score or not off this opportunity, they're doing a couple things really well. A, they're making Holcomb work and use pitches. B, they're making him use high stress pitches in the early going. And C, they're just showing some life here. After you give up a 3 spot, you want to see your offense have some life, come out with a purpose, and that's exactly what they've done here. Of course, some runs would be nice, but whether or not they come through with any, at least those factors are true based on what they've done in this first inning already. So now we will see if Murillo can come through with the bases loaded as Holcomb goes back to the windup. First pitch fastball up out of the zone, but Marco chases after it for a swinging strike, 0-1. Murillo just needs to try to zone down here. Saw Holcomb miss low. See if he goes after the knees again. Murillo don't want to help him out too much as the 0-1 pitch. He swings at a high fastball once again and comes up empty, 0-2. So same pitch up out of the zone. Murillo both times unable to hold off. Now down in the count, 0-2. So not a great start to his at-bat as he chases 2 pitches out of the zone, but going to look to battle back here down 0-2. See if Holcomb goes back upstairs with another heater here as his 0-2 offering on the way is up top with a fastball, and he swings through it. So 3 high fastballs all out of the zone. Murillo chases all 3, so the Blues leave the bases loaded. We've played 1 inning so far at Sinsheimer, a 3-0 lead for the Oaks as we'll come back with the top of the second inning. Sherlin will be back out on the mound, most likely the left-hander looking to put up a 0 of his own when we return. as we get started here, top of the second inning, ready to go, as it'll be Will Pickett's the second baseman and the 9-hole hitter in the Conejo Oaks order due up here to get things started as Sherlin misses low 1-0 as he now winds and throws his 1-0 offering on the way. A fastball bit down and in as it kicks away from Hagan. 2 balls and no strikes. As it is a fireworks night tonight, so our crowd on hand, a very sizable one, as all the orange seats that we have here are all filled up. People have made camp all along our grassy hill in every direction you can imagine, as the 2-0 pitch here is going to be laced into left field for a base hit as Murillo gets it back in. So leadoff man on as a 2-0 fastball over the heart of the plate gets sent out to left for a base hit. Now top of the order, Sam Shaken will come to the plate here. He's 1 for 1 with a single to get things started back in the first. He bats with nobody out here. As it's clear so far, at least in this game, that the Oaks definitely jumping on the Blues pitcher, Peyton Sherlin, as he's gotten behind in counts. 2-1, 2-0. Have seen the Oaks jump on those fastballs where Sherlin's just trying to get in the zone to get back in the count as he goes breaking ball here for a called strike, 0-1. That's that good Peyton Sherlin backdoor breaking ball he's got that I would expect him to use a lot of, especially going through the order for a second time here. As Sherlin looks in, gets the sign, now sets at the chest quickly to the plate with a fastball low. Nice pick by Hagan, 1-1 the count. So that'll be the big thing to watch as this game goes on, is whether it's Peyton Sherlin or any Blues pitcher here against these Oaks. Just want to talk for a second on how they need to be able to stay ahead in counts. Those first pitch strikes proving crucial. A runner takes off here. Fastball hit on the ground to third as Jones has it. Only play will be to first, and he will make that one in time for out number 1. So Shaken retired on the 5-3 putout. As Pickett gets down to second base, and now Brandon Lewis, the third baseman, will hit with a man gone and a runner in a scoring position here. So we'll see what Sherlin can do here, if he can jump ahead of Lewis, as he got behind Lewis last time, and Brandon Lewis singled in his at-bat. So that'll be the big task for Sherlin here as he goes through this line for a second time. A, to get ahead of batters. B, to set up his pitch as well, as Lewis takes a called strike here. Breaking ball outside, 0-1. As the first pitch to Lewis last time was a changeup low and away, and then on the next pitch, Sherlin went low and away, the changeup again. That one caught the zone, and Lewis yanked it into left field for a base hit as that backdoor curveball misses a bit away, 1-1. So just varying your pitches and their location, making sure to get ahead and stay ahead of batters will be the big thing for Sherlin here, to not allow the Oaks to get into any hitter-friendly counts where they can sit fastball or wait for something in the zone. As that fastball's tapped on the ground toward first, Kuzma has it, and he flips it too far in front of Sherlin, and that's going to be a run. As Lewis is going to go to second base, Pickett will come in to score as Kuzma just led Sherlin too much there, and it's a 4-0 lead as the Oaks tack one on the throwing error by Kuzma over there at first base, as Kuzma had time to set his feet and make an easy toss over to Sherlin, who was going to the bag, but he tried to toss it while running the opposite way. Simply too much movement going on there, as he just leads Sherlin a bit too much there. So an error there allows Lewis to reach as that fastball in the dirt there, but a nice block by Hagan as he keeps it in front 1-0. So a 4-0 Oaks lead here early on as we're in the top of the second inning. Jordan McFarland at the plate. As Peyton Sherlin looks in, gets the sign here. His 1-0 offering on the way. Fastball up, bit out of the zone as McFarland watches it high. 2 balls and no strikes. So we'll see if Sherlin can get back in a groove. He was pitching pretty well there for a second here in the start of the second inning. The air may have rattled him a little bit. We'll see if he can settle back in as that fastball misses high, 3-0, as he might be trying to do a bit too much out there on the mound. Blues had a couple hiccups in the field. The backhand by Stankiewicz just bobbled a little bit, and then that flip by Kuzma. But Blues defense all in all this season's been pretty solid. So Sherlin needs to relax, try to trust his guys behind him as that fastball finds the zone. Taking all the way was McFarland there, 3-1. So we'll see if Peyton can just settle down here, find the zone, pitch to contact. let his defense work as that fastball will miss high. Ball 4, so McFarland walks. It's first and second with 1 out. And Sherlin's going to go out and have a chat with his pitcher here as it'll be Chase Cockrell, the designated hitter, coming to the plate here as skipper Dan Marple's going to come out to the mound as well. Stankiewicz, the shortstop, wants to get in on this powwow here in the early going. So Blues, rough start out of the gates here, trailing 4-0 early on with just 1 run, with 1 out in the second inning here. A run already in, and first and second with 1 out, and a cleanup man coming up for the Oaks. Skip, I'm sure, just telling Sherlin to relax, trust his stuff, trust his defense behind him. As Dane goes back to his spot. As we've said before, plenty of game left, only in the top of the second inning. I've seen many a comeback that looked a lot bleaker than this at the start of the game. I've been a part of large comebacks on both sides, good and bad. It's all momentum. We'll see if the Blues can just settle down here, regain the momentum here in their dugout, and just start chipping away at this lead here as it starts right now with Sherlin on the mound against Cockrell. First and second, 1 out. First pitch on the way, swung on and missed by Chase, 0-1. So no balls at 1 strike. Nice changeup down and away from Sherlin there to jump ahead as he's 0-1, offering a breaking ball down and in, taken for a ball, 1-1. Nice pitch there, though. Tries to get him to chase. Count even at 1-1 here as a ground ball double play would go a long way to getting the Blues back into this here as Sherlin sets on the mound as 1-1 offering on the way. Kicks and deals, fires a fastball, shot up the middle past the diving Stankiewicz into center field. As Charleston gets it, he's going to relay it in. It's going to be cut off by Kuzma, so Cockrell, another base hit and another RBI makes it 5-0 as coming around and scoring from second base is Brandon Lewis as now first and second once again with 1 out, a 5-0 lead here for the Oaks. And now Elijah Alexander, the left-handed hitting center fielder, will come to the plate to face Sherlin here as the Blues have a right-hander up and throwing in the pen here. Peyton Sherlin sets his first offering on the way. Showing bunt is Alexander. He bunts it back to the mound. It kicks off of Sherlin's knee, and everyone's going to be safe. So an error on the pitcher there as that ball bunted right back to him. It looked like Sherlin was setting up to throw it to second to try to get a double play, but he gets nothing as he started to move a little bit before he had the ball. Kicked right off his right knee there into no man's land on the infield, so everybody's safe. That's the second Blues error on the game so far, as now it's bases loaded, 1 out. Michael Spears is going to come to the plate, who singled his first time up in the first inning, as Sherlin going to go to the windup here with the bases loaded. His first offering to Spears, a fastball for a called strike, takes a little off of it, but finds the zone, 0-1. So Peyton works here, his 0-1 offering on the way. Breaking ball, Swan tap fouled on the third base line, 0-2. So this is where Sherlin's got to execute on the mound as he had Cockrell 0-2 the first time back in the first inning and left him a pitch a little too good that he was able to drive up the middle for a single. We'll see if Sherlin tries to get Spears to chase that changeup down and away. That's been working so well for him in the early goings of this game. As his 0-1 offering is that changeup down and away and misses down and away 1-2, but a nice pitch there. Get Spears. If he doesn't swing at it, at least give him the look of a down and away. Now maybe a run back in with a fastball here, change the eye level up and in as he goes with a breaking ball, swung on and missed. A nice pitch there. Snaps off a good curveball to Sherlin for out number 2 as he gets Spears swinging. And now Drew Sims, the catcher, will come to the plate with bases loaded and 2 out. So no balls and 2 strikes here as Sims bats. The first offering to him on the way. Breaking ball stays a bit high there, 1-0. Sherlin just didn't quite stay on top of that one through the release. So Peyton looking to work out of this here. Once again, this would be a bit of a momentum shifter here if he can get out of this bases loaded jam as his 1-0 offering on the way. A fastball hit into center field. As Charleston going back, still going back now, gets under and makes the catches. He's got the wheels out there, tracks that one down. Ball hit well out to deep center, but Charleston able to wrangle it in for the third out of the inning. So the Oaks leave the bases loaded. They do get 2 runs. It's a 5-0 Oaks lead. Blues will look to chip away when we come back, as the Blues in the first left the bases loaded. Are going to look for some offense, as it'll be Taylor, Sands, and Kuzma do up when we return, as the Blues will look just maybe get a little offense going here when we return. A lot of game left as we head to the bottom of the second. As we get set for the home half of the second inning, Noah Taylor at the plate to get things started. Fastball here is going to be lifted into right center field, so Taylor, it will be aboard with a base hit. The ball cut off by the center fielder out there. Is getting over is Elijah Alexander, but a base hit for Taylor gets things started for the Blues here in the home half of the second, as the Blues will look to answer back here as the Oaks have some early offense. Can only get 3 in the first, 2 in the second to grab an early 5-0 lead. But Blues, a lot of game left. 8 different innings where they get at bats here still to go as Conacher Sands bats. Runner on first, nobody out as Holcomb from the stretch is first offering a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Blues will just look to ratchet it up defensively here and slowly chip away on the offensive side of the ball, as Conacher will look to do his part here with a man on first and nobody out. The 0-1 offering him another fastball. This one again for a called strike, 0-2 as Sands takes the first one around the knees, second one up around the waist. So no balls, 2 strikes as Sands bats here looking to fight back on an 0-2 pitch. As Holcomb breaks to the plate, fastball lifted into right field, sinking, going onto a dive and making a catch is going to be the right fielder Spears for out number 1. So Sands, a single taken away from him there on a sinking line drive to right field. Nice piece of hitting, 0-2. Nice play by Spears, though. He got a good break on that ball, able to get in underneath the flight of it, get his eyes underneath the ball to make the play. As he did risk extra bases, he kind of dove to the side of the ball, flipped his glove out at the last second, but makes the play. So with 1 gone now, Jack Kuzma, the first baseman, will come to the plate, a man on first and 1 out in the inning. First offering to Jack, a fastball low. Sims keeps it in front, 1-0. Top of the order, Jay Charleston waits the on-deck circles. The Blues, bottom of the order, looking to set the table for the top of the lineup. As the 1-0 offering on the way here. Holcomb breaks the plate, fastball low once again, 2-0 as he's clearly trying to attack those knees to get ground balls. He's been missing a bit low here when he has missed the zone, has Holcomb, as That's how he walked Slade on 4 straight pitches in the dirt. Kuzma ahead in the count 2-0. Has the 2-0 offering on the way. Holcomb takes a look to first. Now the plate fastball low once again, 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. Charleston waits in the on-deck circle. He'd love a chance to hit with 2 men on and only 1 out. As Kuzma head 3-0, I'm sure Skip most likely will give him the red light on this one, make him take a pitch. As the Blues need runners on base as a 3-0 pitch inside, ball 4. Kuzma watches that one go by. So first and second here, only 1 out, and now Jay Charleston will come to the bat here, the top of the order for the Blues, with a chance to grab a run or 2 here. As Charleston will see if he plays some small ball. You got Stankiewicz behind you, 1 for 1 in the game already, the highest average on the team for the Blues. So maybe Charleston, dare I say, tries to maybe drop a drag bunt down for a base hit. Third baseman Brandon Lewis, a step behind being even with the bag over at third. First baseman over there playing back. As McFarland giving ground. The first pitch, as Charleston does show bunt, pulls it back, but a called strike, 0-1. I like the idea there with Charleston's speed. A first baseman playing back, a right-hander on the mound. Make the third baseman maybe make a decision if you bunt it down the third baseline of whether or not to stay home or to come get the ball. All Charleston needs is a little bit of miscommunication on the infield. Bunt doesn't need to be perfect. As the 0-1 pitch here, swinging away, chops it on the ground to first, going to be foul as Steve Tolley picks it up off a hop, 0-2. So now Jay behind the count, 0-2 here. As we'll see what he's able to do with an 0-2 count, as Sands almost got a hit on an 0-2 pitch. Charleston going to look to find a gap here, 0-2, try to battle back. So we'll see what Holcomb gives him 0-2. After the scare from Sands, I'm sure he'll go out of the zone here, doesn't want to risk giving Charleston something to drive, as Jay has a couple home runs on the season. And he's got some wheels if he finds a gap. Left fielder shaded towards the line. Center fielder playing straight up, as is right. A couple steps in over in right field as the 0-2 pitch, curveball in the dirt. Nice job by Jay to hold up. Oh, no, they said he went around for out number 2. That is an interesting call, as it looked like he barely took the bat off his shoulder, but first base umpire rings him up on it. So Charleston 2 times checks his swing. Both times gets told he went around, so 2 gone now. And Dane Stankiewicz will hit with first and second, 2 outs. As that was an interesting call. Cole, your thoughts? Cole says bad. I agree with Cole, as that one did not look like Jay. He started a swing, but definitely looked like he checked it before breaking the plane of what's considered a swing. But no sense in arguing it now, as he's back to the dugout. Stankiewicz looking for a big 2-out hit. The left-hander at the plate. First offering, a fastball a bit low, 1-0. I was surprised they even checked it, as it looked like it was no big deal, but apparently it was. So Dane ahead in the count, 1-0 here, going to look for a big 2-out hit. Left field playing surprisingly deep for Stankiewicz. As the 1-0 offering on the way, fastball up in the top of the zone, called strike, 1-1. So bottom of the second, seeing some interesting calls from both home plate and base umpires here. As the count even at 1-1 here. First and second, 2 outs. As the 1-1 offering on the way, Holcomb looks to second, kicks and deals, fastball inside as Dane gets out of the way of that one, 2-1 the count. Blues looking for a base hit, got some speed on the bases. Taylor over at second and Kuzma at first can move. As Dane's going to look to go 2 for 2 in this ball game right here, if he can find a gap in that outfield grass. As Holcomb sets at the belt, is 2-1 offering on the way. We'll see if he gives Dane something to drive. He gets a fastball low, called strike at the knees, and the count evens up at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Stankiewicz here as the left-hander bats. As he waits for the 2-2 offering, Holcomb kicks and deals, is offering a fastball. This one will be low out of the zone, and the count full 3-2. Blaine Jones waits in the on-deck circle. As Dane waits here, a full count offering on the way to him as Holcomb looks and gets the sign. Blues have shown life in both innings here as they loaded the bases last inning. First and second here. So another scoring opportunity if they can make it happen. The full count offering all the way. Runners take off. Fastball fouled off back toward the beer tent. Going to slip up over the fence line out of play, and we'll reset for the 3-2 pitch. So count still full 3-2. Jones waits in the on-deck circle. We'll see if Holcomb risks losing Stankiewicz here if he tries to drop a breaking ball on the outside corner, runs a fastball up and out of the zone and see if he can get him to chase. Or if he'll simply just challenge him here as the full count offering on the way. Runners again take off. Fastball is going to be low, ball 4 as Sims tried to frame it, couldn't hang on to it. So bases loaded here, 2 outs, and Blues once again have put ducks on the pond with 2 away, and now Blaine Jones will come to the plate here. So Blues a chance to jump right back in this game if Jones can find a gap in that outfield. Huge gap in left center. Left fielder and center fielder both playing at a respectable distance back. Increases that gap in that left center area as the Old Trex Bull looking very inviting for Blaine Jones, who steps to the plate here. As Holcomb back to the windup, clearly more comfortable out of the windup than the stretch. As his first offering, a fastball high, but swung on and missed. So same mistake Murillo made as Jones chases that one, 0-1. Jones going to look to zone down here, see if he can find something to drive. As the 0-1 offering on the way, Holcomb kicks and deals another fastball. This one's going to be popped up right field, playable for Spears as he's going to drift under it. And he will make the catch. Inning over, side retired for the second consecutive inning. The Blues load the bases but cannot push a run across. As we've played 2 innings here, it's a 5-0 Oaks leader in the early goings of this one. But Blues showing life, just need to get that big hit. We'll see if they can get a 0 on the board when we come back for the top of the third. As we get set for the top of the third inning here, Peyton Sherlin back out for what will be his third inning of work as his 1-0 offering on the way to Andrew Lucas, the the left fielder at the plate, misses down and in 2-0. So Lucas, Picketts, and then back to the top of the order for Shaken here as the Oaks bat in the top of the third. Blues looking for their first 0 on the board defensively as the Oaks grabbed 3 in the first, 2 in the second on 7 hits. Tallied 5 runs as the fastball swung on, going to be popped up, foul out of play, 2-1 the count. As Lucas spins on that one. Right-hander still warming in the pen for the Blues as we'll see if Sherlin gets through 3 innings here as he's had a tough go of it the start of this game as that fastball hit on the ground to third as Jones gets it on an easy hop throw on to first in plenty of time for out number 1. So 1 gone, and Will Picketts will come to the plate, the second baseman, with 1 out. As Pickett's bats here, the left-hander Sherlin on the mound. Like we said, looking just to keep the deficit where it is. Blues showing life. Back-to-back innings, they've been able to load the bases, just haven't quite been able to break through. We'll see and hope if that can change as this game goes. That fastball misses down and away. Pickett showed bunt, but pulled it back 1-0. As Pickett's bats here. Corners in here, respecting the bunt opportunities. The 1-0 pitch, a fastball chopped on the ground to third. Jones has it once again. Throw on to first, a bit low, but a nice play by Kuzma. Reaches down, makes the grab, and just like that, 2 away. So Sherlin with some efficient pitching here in this inning. Only a couple pitches needed to get the first 2 outs. And now the top of the order, Sam Shaken comes to the plate with nobody on and 2 away as the right-handed hitter will bat here. He's 1 for 2 with a base hit and a ground out so far. The Blues outfield shifted for the right-hand hitter to pull here. This is the first offering from Shaken, a fastball called strike up and away, 0-1. Sherlin works here. Blues will have 4, 5, and 6 hitters in their order due up in the home half of the third inning as the 0-1 offering from Shaken here goes with a changeup off the plate away just a little bit there. 1-1 the count. Nice pitch there as Shaken doesn't chase after it, however. Count even 1-1 as we've almost reached an hour into this game here. Blues with some work to do offensively, but like we've been saying, just a hit or 2 away from really being right in this contest as that fastball misses up and in. 2-1 as they've had back-to-back bases loaded opportunities. As Sherlin takes a look, now his 2-1 offering on the way. A fastball misses high to Shaken. 3-1 the count here. Sherlin on the mound here. Kicks and deals. His 3-1 offering on the way. His left-hander brings a fastball up and away. Ball 4. So Sherlin walks Shaken here with 2 gone. And now Brandon Lewis will come to the plate. As Lewis 1 for 2 as well. A single and a ground out to his name so far as he bats here. Runner on first, 2 away as Sherlin back into the stretch. Going to look to end the inning right here. Don't want to give the Oaks any life with 2 away after Sherlin did good work to get the first 2 outs of the inning. First offering to Lewis on the way here as Sherlin breaks to the plate. A fastball strike called, 0-1 in the outer half as Lewis checks his swing, but doesn't matter as the pitch called a strike regardless. And with 2 gone, the 0-1 offering from Sherlin on the way. Runner does not go. Fastball a bit down and in there. Evens the count up at 1-1. Infield playing back. Outfield as well. Charleston in center, giving some depth as he's looking to cut off a ball in the gap if necessary. Murillo as well, playing deep in left. Noah Taylor shifted well toward right center field. As the 1-1 offering from Sherlin on the way here as he takes a long look to first. Now to the plate, Shaken takes off, fastball outside. Hagen's throw down to second is going to be in time as once again, as we've talked about many a time, the Blues catchers have been ridiculously efficient as they've been gunning out would-be base runners at over 75% clip on the season. And Shaken becomes another statistic as he's thrown out by Hagen there, who looked like he was just nonchalantly just doing his thing as he throws out Shaken with time to spare. As we will go to the home half of the third inning, Blues will look to jump into the run column here as it'll be Brian Klein to get things started when we come back. Home half of the third inning set to go here as the Blues will send Brian Klein to the plate. Klein, Hagan, and Murillo due up for the Blues here in the home half of the third inning as Holcomb back out there for his third inning of work. His first offering to Klein on the way, a fastball up out of the zone, 1-0. So Blues looking to convert here as they've set up good scoring opportunities in both innings, just unable to push runs across. Going to try to convert here in the third as the 1-0 pitch from Holcomb on the way, a fastball a bit up out of the zone, 2-0. Blues do have a day off tomorrow, and then we will be out in Healdsburg up north for 2 games. We will have those games broadcast to you as Coleman and I will be on the bus making the trek. As the 2-0 offering to Klein swung on and missed. He takes a mighty hack at that one. 2-1 the count. That was a good 2-0 swing by Klein there. Just comes up empty. Coleman and I are thinking about maybe going to the fair on Saturday. We've been kicking that idea around as that sounds like a good time. I'm a big fair guy. I used to go to the Alameda County Fair every year. Stoked to try out the fair down here in the Central Coast. As I agree with you, Susie Torres, this is the Blues inning. Bottom of the third, this is our time. So we just strike back, grab a couple, make it like a 5-2 game. Next thing you know, we're cooking with gas. I'm with it. I upvote on that comment as the 3-1 pitch to Klein, a big swing and a foul straight back as Klein had bad intentions with a swing like that as he just fouls it straight back. And the count runs full 3-2. As Klein waits here, the full count offering from Holcomb as he kicks and deals here. Klein waits. Fastball just fouled off there. Nice job just to fight it off. As the one thing we've definitely learned about Kevin Holcomb as this game's gone on, he gets uncomfortable when he gets in the stretch. That's where most of his walks have come from. And both times when the bases have been loaded, he's immediately gone back to that windup. He's much more comfortable out of that windup than the stretch. So if the Blues can get early runners on, force him into that stretch, maybe make him uncomfortable as that fastball's being hit up the middle for a base hit as Klein is on base to get things started. He takes a big turnaround first, but brings it on back. So a single to get things started once again. Klein gets it going here. I love to see it. A base hit. Fastball long way. Good pitch by Holcomb there, but Klein throws the hands, gets the barrel on it, sends it into left center for a base hit. So Klein gets us going. I agree, Darren. He does get it started right. As a true leader is Brian. Does it with the bat. Gets on base. Tells his boys to follow suit as the first pitch to Hagan's going to be a fastball down and away 1-0. So immediately Holcomb gets in that stretch, immediately down and away with that fastball. As that's where he missed a Hagan 4 times in a row back in the first inning. So Hagan, the right-hander, digs in. Holcomb from the stretch. We'll see if he gets a little too nervous about all the balls out of the stretches. That one kicks away from Sims right on cue. Klein down to second. So wild pitch there, and Klein gets into scoring position here with nobody out. My question would be to Holcomb is as this game goes on, especially this inning, as now you've got a 2-0 count and a wild pitch out of the stretch, does he try to maybe overcompensate and maybe leaves a couple fastballs a little too much over the heart of the plate, something that Hagan or Murillo can drive? That's a possibility here as he's going to try to figure out his tempo out of the stretches. He's clearly not comfortable out of it with a runner on second and nobody out. We'll see if Hagan can take advantage as the 2-0 offering from the right-hander on the way. A fastball down and away 3-0. First base open. Hagan well ahead in the count. 3 balls and no strikes, as I'm sure he has skipper signing him, telling him to not swing here. 3-0. Make Holcomb throw you a strike to get back in the count. As the right-hander sets on the mound, the 3-0 offering on the way. Fastball going to be just called for a strike. 3-1 as Slade started to go down to first. Another late call from the home plate umpire there. Keeps Hagan in the box, so Slade continues here. The 3-1 offering to Hagan here as he kicks and deals as Holcomb fastball fouled straight back as Hagan a good piece there, just a bit underneath it. And the count full 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see if Holcomb stays in the zone here. 3-2. He does have first base open. So he can try to get Hagan to chase with that high fastball. That's been his go-to pitch so far with 2 strikes. We'll see if he tries it here as Hagan sets in the box. Right-hander ready. Pitch on the way. The 3-2 offering is a fastball fouled straight back as Hagan on that one as that one clips off of Drew Sims's cap there behind home plate. It's a 3-2 offering once again on the way here. Holcomb sets, kicks, and deals his full count offering. A fastball popped up, foul out of play as Hagan. A nice job to stay alive there. Close pitch, doesn't take a chance. It's the 3-2 pitch once again to Hagan here, fouled off, and the count will hold at 3-2. So Hagan, a nice job here, battling, staying alive, making Holcomb use pitches as he'll wait for the 3-2 offering here from the right-hander. It's the full count offering once again on the way inside. Ball 4, easy take for Hagan. A great at bat from the right-hander. Fouls off a couple of close pitches. Holcomb misses down and in with a heater there. First and second, nobody out. Blues once again are setting the table nicely. We'll see if their boys coming up are ready to eat, as they've got runners on base yet again. This time nobody out with first and second, and Marco Murillo is going to come to the plate. So Marco Murillo comes to the play here. First and second, nobody out. As Murillo stands in, the first offering from Holcomb on the way here as he shows bunt, pulls it back as that falls down and in 1-0. So Marco in a big spot here as he struck out with the bases loaded his first time up to end the first inning, looking for some retribution as he steps to the box here. A 1-0 count on him, looking for something to drive. Outfield playing back, left fielder, couple steps from the track, respecting the pull side power of Murillo. As the 1-0 offering, Klein takes off for third, fastball high. The throw's going to go to second base, and it's not going to be in time. So Hagan safe as well. Double steal. Klein got a huge jump as Holcomb was paying no attention to Brian over there. Takes off for third. That is Brian Klein's first stolen base of the season for the Blues. He is 1 for 4, and that's what you like to see. Gets it when it counts. So second and third, nobody out. A 2-0 count as Murillo takes the high fastball there. A nice job by Marco as he has a couple runners in scoring position with nobody out. Infield playing back, so conceding the run on a ground ball to the right side or to the shortstop. Third baseman even with the bag as the 2-0 offering fouled straight back as Murillo had himself a hack at that fastball. A little elevated as he tried to drive it up and out of here, but just a bit underneath, and the count moves to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike here to Murillo. As the 2-1 offering, fastball well up and in, 3 balls and 1 strike. So count a 3-1 advantage for Murillo here as he's going to look for something to drive. First base is open. Noah Taylor, who's 1 for 1 on the day, in the on-deck circle. As Holcomb back in that windup, kicks and deals. Fastball way inside. Murillo ducks out of the way. He washes his head there, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. And Noah Taylor coming to the plate as the Blues looking to strike big here as they've loaded the bases for the 3rd consecutive inning, this time with nobody out. Noah Taylor coming to the plate. So bases loaded, nobody out as Brandon Lewis, the third baseman, came out to talk to his pitcher. Now the pitching coach for the Oaks decides to make an appearance as well. So bit of a long break here as Taylor and Sands are going to have a chat before he goes up as well. So this break in the action gives us a chance to shout out one of our many, many sponsors here, as we will talk about none other than Knocker Ball Slow. Knocker Ball Slow has organized games whose games generally break down into literal knockdown chaos, with the only resulting pain being from laughing so hard and having way too much fun. As we get set to go here. So Noah Taylor's going to come to the plate here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Taylor 1 for 1 with a single already on the day, as he had that back in the second inning as he hits here in the home half of the third. Blues trail 5-0, but looking to jump right back into this one as that fastball is going to miss down and away 1-0. Holcomb in the windup here. We've already stated far more comfortable out of that windup clearly as he uses it here, which is nice for the Blues as that lets their base runners get a nice solid lead and a good secondary. So base hit could easily score 2. Ball in the gap, probably 3 as that fastball low blocked by Sims keeps it near him. Rolls a little bit away, but Klein already made a decision to not go. A wise one of that is now 2-0, and it looks like that's going to be it for Holcomb as the coach for the Oaks is coming back out, and they're going to make a move to the bullpen. We will take a short break as this pitching change brought to you by none other than Redfin, a full-service real estate brokerage that uses modern technology to help people buy and sell homes. We'll be back, bases loaded, 2-0 count when we come back on Cal Poly's own Noah Taylor, as the Blues are looking to make a dent in the 5-0 Oaks lead here in the home half of the third. So we jump back in here. Bases loaded, nobody out. A 2-0 count on the Blues left-handed hitter, Noah Taylor. Blues trail 5-0, looking to bite into that lead right here as Taylor digs in. Left-handed hitter, right-hander on the mound. New pitcher number 14, Joe Torres. Right-handed side armor out there as he whips a fastball in there, fouled off by Taylor as he takes a hack at that one, 0-1. Torres 5'9", sidewinder on the mound here as the sun is beginning to set. So shadows from the trees overtake the pitcher's mound here. So ball going from dark to light. When you add that into the fact that the ball is coming from a totally new angle, that sidewinder arm slot definitely is going to be a very big change for these Blues hitters. As a 2-1 pitch inside, chopped on the ground. This will be a run as the flip to first is not going to be in time, and everyone's going to be safe. A swinging bunt there for Noah Taylor gives the Blues their first run, and it's a 5-1 game as he got jammed by a fastball there. Just kind of trickled it down the first base line. First baseman Jordan McFarland had to range in to get it. Pitcher tried to cover the mound, but pitcher tried to cover first base, but Taylor simply too fast, beats him to the bag, and the Blues continue to have the bases loaded with nobody out as they've grabbed a run here. And now Coninger Sands, the designated hitter on the day, will hit here. It's the first offering on the way from Torres. A slider down and away, 1-0. But like we said, it's going to be tough for those Blues hitters. You already have to deal with the shadows. Ball goes from dark to light, and now you got to try to pick up that funky release angle from the 5'9" right-hander as this 1-0 offering on the way. A fastball right down the middle as Coninger takes it all the way, 1-1. Outfielder over and right. Michael Spears playing in a little bit. Gap in right centers, Will and left. Looking very appetizing for Sands, the left fielder playing deep, as is in center. It's the 1-1 pitch on the way as Torres kicks and deals, offering a slider, swung on and missed as that one just moves away. It looked like Sands was trying to pull that ball, and it just started to float away from him as he comes up empty on that swing, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jack Kuzma waits in the on-deck circle, the 9 spot in the Blues order. As Torres sets here, the 1-2 offering on the way as he sets at the chest. Cedia brings 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed, so Sands down on strikes. And that'll be out number 1 of the inning. And with 1 gone, Jack Kuzma comes to the plate. So Blues just need some ground balls here. Unfortunate with the strikeout there as an unproductive out leaves the bases still loaded. But all Kuzma's got to do is put a ball on the ground here to anywhere but the pitcher, really. That should get another run in as the infield playing back for a double play opportunity here. As the first offering to Kuzma here, a slider just a bit low, 1-0. Good pitch there, just doesn't catch the knees. 1 ball, no strikes. So Kuzma out to the play here, looking for a base hit to score a pair. Blues have guys that can move on the bases. Hagan at third, Murillo at second, Taylor at first. The 1-0 offering on the way, swung on tap, foul by Kuzma as that went down and in with a 2-seamer there. Fights it off, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here as Kuzma, the right-hander, stands in, looking to drive a ball somewhere safely in the outfield grass as the 1-1 pitch from Torres on the way. He comes to plate. It's going to be out. Oh, a called strike as Drew Sims simply just caught the ball and had like a Little League style frame. He just caught it and pulled his glove back over the plate and somehow gets the call. As that looked, wow. That's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Is going to be hit back up the middle, a base hit. So Kuzma doesn't let it phase him. A 2 RBI single as Murillo comes in to score. As that makes it 5-3. The ball gets away on the throw to the plate. Everyone's going to move up an extra 90. So second and third here. Blues make it 5-3. Jack Kuzma. Most guys would have thought the at-bat was against him after that 1-1 strike call. He sticks with it. gets a slider down, goes down and gets it, sends it back up the middle. And just like that, a 2 RBI single. The throw gets away from center fielder as Elijah Alexander guns it past the catcher Sims. So everyone moves up again. So the tying run is in scoring position for the Blues here with only one out. MJ Charleston, the leadoff man, is going to come to the plate here. As Jay digs in, Blues put up a crooked number here in the third, looking for more. First pitch to Jay inside 1-0. So Charleston 0 for 2 so far. A couple of strikeouts today on some close check swing calls. Going to look to brandish a full swing here and drive something. It's the 1-0 offering to Charleston here. Fastball off the outside corner. 1-1. The Coleman is wondering the difference between that one and the previous one to Kuzma. I think the one to Kuzma is a little more outside, Cole. That's why it was called. It's a hit and miss game right now. At the plate is the 2-0 offering, on the way to Charleston here. Fastball chopped on the ground a second. This will be a run. Slow roller, going to be close at first. Not in time. The ball gets away, and just like that, this game is all tied up. Charleston down to second. As the Blues put up 5 runs here in the bottom of the third, and we have a brand new ball game. Charleston, a slow roller to second. Pickett's had to fire it over quickly. Charleston hustling down the line. He was going to be safe regardless, but the throw gets away. So the Blues now, not only have they tied this game up in the bottom of the third with 5 runs, they have the go-ahead run at second base. So now the Blues' hottest hitter in the order, Dane Stankiewicz, who's 1 for 1 today, a single and a walk, comes to the plate. A pickoff play, diving back in is going to be Charleston as Shaken tries to get behind him there, but the throw not in time. Stankiewicz comes to the plate in 64 plate appearances on the season, hitting .354. Looking to add to his RBI total here. As Torres, the right-hander, sets here. Shaken trying to keep Charleston close over there at second. That fastball fouled off. As Dane trying to take it the other way. Beats me to what I was going to just say is that Shaken, by playing behind Charleston, they're a bit out of position. A big gap on the left side of the infield. If Stankiewicz can take a pitch the other way for a base hit, can give the Blues the lead with Charleston's speed, as that fastball from Torres, since he's a sidewinding right, he does two-seam down and away from a lefty, which makes it better for Stankiewicz to simply take the other way as another pickoff play close there as Charleston goes back in standing up, and he gets back in time. So Dane can take that fastball as it's going to break away from him. Just take that to left field for a base hit. Charleston with his speed, I'm sure will be coming in to score. We'll see if he tries to swipe third maybe. As the 0-1 offering to Dane on the way here. As Shaken backs off pitch to Stankiewicz. He tries to check his swing, but he goes around nothing into a poor throw from Sims there as it clicks off the mound, but Torres able to gather there. So no balls and 2 strikes on Dane as he tries to reset after that one. Going to step out, take a second here. So no balls and 2 strikes as Dane stretches out a little bit, now clears it, ready to go here. Going to try to battle back like Kuzma did, grab an 0-2 pitch and drive it as that change is going to be off the plate away. A good eye there to let that one fall for a ball 1-2. Blaine Jones waits in the on-deck circle. As Dane Stankiewicz looking to find something to drive. As he's getting up on the plate a little bit, daring Torres to go inside. He goes with a backdoor slider just a bit off the plate away, and the count evens at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dane Stankiewicz here as he bats. Man on second, a 2-2 count on him. Only 1 gone still in the inning. As a left-handed hitting Stankiewicz looking to drive something here. Outfield playing him pretty straight up for the most part. Nothing really notable out there. As the 2-2 offering from Torres on the way. Changeup hit on the ground to short. Shaken has it cleanly up and firing in time for out number 2, but Charleston gets down to third as he was breaking on the contact once he saw a ball on the ground there. So nice base running job by Charleston there. Gets him 90 feet closer. So now that brings in a pass ball or wild pitch option to push a run home, as well as having the 3 hitter in the order, Blaine Jones at the plate, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Looking to drive something here as he's been hot for about 2 solid weeks here. Cooling off a little bit as of late, but looking to reignite as he's been swinging a good bat. He's been making good contact lately. That's been his big thing. Making it tough on the defense as a first pitch fastball. Backdoor two-seamer there for a called strike, 0-1. So Blues respond quickly. Like we said, this is a big game for both teams. Blues a game and a half back of the Oaks for the last playoff spot. Oaks came out swinging as that fastball up in the zone, but Blaine chases after it, 0-2. Oaks came out, punched the Blues right in the face with 5 runs in 2 innings, but Blues got up off the mat, respond quickly here, and we're only in the bottom of the third, and we have a 5-5 ball game on our hands. So both teams showing the playoff implications here. Neither giving up as the Blues have responded to the 0-2 pitch on the way. Slider in the dirt. Nice take there by Jones. Wanted to swing, but holds up. The count moves to 1-2. As Blaine waits here, runner on third, 2 gone. Blues looking for a big base hit here to make it a 6-run inning. The pitch on the way, slider fouled back by Jones there as he stays alive. That one catches a bit too much of the plate, but Jones fights it off nicely just to keep the at-bat alive. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brian Klein, who got this inning started and whose uncle, Darren Polkowski, totally called this inning as Klein got started with a base hit. 5 runs ensued. So well done, Darren, as that fastball's going to be lifted into right field. Hit well, but playable. Spears going back, still backtracking, but makes the catch. Inning over, side retired, but damage done. Blues send 9 to the plate. They get 5 runs. As it is a 5-5 ball game here as we are all squared away once again. So we're going to head to the top of the 4th. Brand new ball game on our hands at Sinsheimer when we come back. As we get set, top of the 4th inning, brand new ball game on our hands. 5-5 game after the Blues strike for 5 in the home half of the 3rd. First pitch from Peyton Sherlin, who's back out there for his 4th inning of work. Outside for a ball, 1-0 as he kicks and deals. Slider swung on and missed, 1-1 as is Brandon Lewis at the play here. So 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the Oaks. So heart of their order coming to the plate, going to look to respond after the Blues threw up a 5 spot there. There's the 1-1 offering on the way from Sherlin. Another breaking ball. This one a called strike to give him the edge in the count, 1-2. as the Blues finally were able to put up a 0 defensively in the top of the third and promptly responded with 5 runs. As this game's all even now, the 1-2 offering fastball swung on and missed. Get your Jackets out as Lewis goes down, swinging the throw to first in time for out number 1. So some slow heat hot sauce getting doled out here in the middle innings. And with 1 gone, Jordan McFarland, the first baseman, will come to the plate. McFarland, the right-handed hitter, will bat here. 0 for 1 on the day. A walk and a fielder's choice so far for him as he bats here. As Sherlin, the left-hander on the mound, continues to work. The first offering on the way here. Fastball a bit low as it kicks off the shin guard of the umpire there. 5-holing Slade Hagen. And the count moves to 1-0 here. So good job by Sherlin to get his leader, especially after a 5-run inning. Blues need a shutdown inning from their guy on the mound here. As his 1-0 offering to McFarland. A fastball lifted down the right field line. This could be extra bases as it lands right on the chalk. As he's going to go to second for a double. Taylor relays it in. So, man on second with 1 out to get things going here for the Oaks offensively. As now Chase Cockrell will come to the plate here, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a pair of RBIs as well as he bats here. Because if one batter doesn't do something effective, the odds are the rest of these batters come up in the inning. At least one of them will generate some sort of offense. Brandon Lewis struck out, but Jordan McFarland doubled. And that's the production you get from such an amazing group of. So now Sherlin ready here. A man on second, 1 out as that curveball hit on the ground to short. Stankiewicz goes to third with it. The tag is going to be in time. So Jordan McFarland tries to pull a Jake Charleston there, tries to advance the third on the ball hit in front of him. Normally the rule of base running is if the ball's hit in front of you and you don't need to go, you do not go. But McFarland tries his luck, takes off for third. Stankiewicz drops to a knee, makes sure to corral the ball. A hard hit one by Cockrell, and a fielder's choice as he goes to third. Jones applies the tag, so now a man on first with 2 gone. And Elijah Alexander, the left-handed hitting center fielder, hits here. Fastball lifted into left center field. This could be trouble as no one's going to get to that one. It's going to one-hop the Ultrex bull sign as Cockrell around third. He's going to get waved home. Stankiewicz going to go to third. Airmails the throw into the fence lining of the dugout for the Oaks, and that's going to be an error on the throw, and everyone, including Elijah Alexander, is going to score as that ball flew out of Stankiewicz's hands as it's a 7-5 game, so the Oaks respond. First pitch to Alexander there, a fastball right down the middle. He does not miss it as it was a double. Looked like it was going to be a run as Cockrell, lumbering around the bases, was going to score. Stankiewicz a heads-up play there, trying to go to third to make the third out there as he had Alexander. It was going to be close. Can't say it was going to be for sure out or safe, but the ball just grenaded out of Stankiewicz's hands as you almost just got to laugh that one off if you're the shortstop. I know it's a big situation, and the Oaks regained the lead, but that was such a fluke as that ball just slipped right out of his hands. So 7-5 is our score now as the Oaks grab 2 runs here to reclaim the lead. And with nobody on and 2 outs, Michael Spears will come to the plate. It's Peyton Sherlin getting a toss in here as maybe he tripped or took a hit as we went there. As he's just getting a couple throws to make sure everything's all right. So we were busy watching the play, did not see if Sherlin was involved, if he took a shot or something, but it appears to be all right as he's calmly talking to Gravel and the home plate umpire here. Shakes his arm out a little bit. As Blues still nobody warming in the pen, so not to joke, but regardless if Sherlin's good or not, kind of has to keep throwing. As Sherlin takes the mound here. Going to be Michael Spears at the plate with 2 gone in the inning as the Blues going to look to cap it at just a 2 runs allowed here in the 4th as the first offering on the way. A fastball hit on the ground to third, but going to kick foul as Jones fields it in the third base coacher's box. 0-1. The 0-1 offering on the way here. Fastball a bit inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's the 1-1 offering on the way here. A fastball swung on and missed 1-2. So Sherlin looks to be just fine as he peppers that one in there to move the count to 1-2. So 1-2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Fastball hit on the ground to short. Stankiewicz comes in, takes a funky hop, but he handles throw on to first. Very nicely done. Nice throw there on the run by Stankiewicz. In time, inning over, side retired, damage done. Oaks grab 2. Blues will look to keep the bats hot. When we come back, it'll be Brian Klein once again to get things started as the Blues will look to make up those 2 runs when we return. As we get set to go here, home half of the 4th inning, Brian Klein at the plate, fouls off the first pitch he sees, 0-1. So it'll be Klein, Hagen, and Murillo set to get things going here in the home half of the 4th. As the Oaks grab 2 in the top of the inning, so Blues going to look to respond here with maybe a run or 2 of their own. As we're still only in the 4th, a lot of game left as we're approaching the hour 45 mark here. The 0-1 offering well outside, Klein, easy take, makes it 1-1. Brian 1 for 1 today, a walk and a single so far as he got a fantastic start in the 3rd as he singled to get everything going. That 5-run 3rd cued off his single. Blues caught fire from there. Fastball inside, lifted to center field, hit pretty well. Center fielder Alexander on the run, going to get there to make the catch for out number 1 as Klein gave it a ride. Caught it a bit in on the hands, but a good swing on that ball just finds leather as Alexander can run out there. He's got some speed, maybe not Jay Charleston speed, but he can still run pretty well as he reels that one in for out number 1. And with 1 gone, Slade Hagen will hit. The catcher for the day has done a good job behind the plate. He's cut down a runner trying to steal already in this game. He's 0 for 0, got a pair of walks worked so far as Torres back out there for what will be his first full inning of work. As he sets, no windup for the right-handed side armor as that fastball fouled off. Hagen, a nice cut at that one. Got a fastball left up, middle in there, just a bit underneath it as he fights it off. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 offering on the way to Hagen here as he gets comfortable in the box, ready to go. The pitch on the way is Torres the plate, slider for a strike, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, a pair of right-handers warming up as the Blues have double barrel action going in their pen. Nobody loosening the Oaks, so we'll see if Sherlin comes back out for a fifth inning or not, as the 0-2 offering to Hagan on the way here. Slider off the plate. Good eye there by Slade. As I asked to see if he went around, not close, as he does not. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count here as Slade digs in. Torres gets the sign. Sims sets up away. As Hagan ready, the 1-2 offering on the way as Torres sets out the chest. Murillo waits on deck, pitches a slider off the plate away. A nice take by Hagan, 2-2, same pitches. Hagan able to lay off once again. Count runs even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Blues looking to respond here after they're unable to get a shutdown inning, allowing 2 runs to score in the top of the 4th. Looking to respond with at least one of their own here in the home half of the inning. As the 2-2 offering to Hagan on the way. A fastball hit back up the middle. Shortstop Shagan dives. He picks it up, but no chance to throw out Slade, who, by the way, can kind of move for a catcher. He was hauling down the line. Coleman, your thoughts? Coleman, I agree he can move a little bit. Coleman went on a camping trip with Slade to Yosemite, right, Coleman? Did you guys have to run from any bears or such wildlife? Did you defend your group from any sort of crocodiles or reptilian figures? Coleman, of course you were on the lookout because you were born in Florida. You're ready. You're good. You're sharp. You're quick. What's that? Put that down. What's that? Don't go there. I love it. You're on top of it. So Hagan on first with 1 gone. As Shagan, a nice job to keep the ball in the infield, but no chance to throw out Hagan. So the glove work nice by the shortstop. As the first pitch to Murillo here is going to be a slider off the plate away. 1 ball, no strikes. So Blues going to look to make the most of this with a 1-out infield single. It always helps to have a catcher that can move. I played travel ball for a year where our catcher was the fastest guy on our team. He led our team in stolen bases, which a lot of coaches thought was hilarious, as normally catchers, not exactly their forte is their wheels. Is that pitch? Did Marco Murillo go around? No, says the first base umpire. That may have been a retribution call for the Jay Charleston check swing strike call, as our press box is completely dumbfounded how Murillo did not swing. If anyone saw the Mexican Baseball League where the batter took a full swing and they said he didn't go around, that is similar to what just occurred. As the 2-0 offering down and in, Murillo lets it go. 3 balls and no strikes. As this game has just kind of been in a tailspin. We've got 12 runs on the board in 3.5 innings, 16 combined hits, 5 errors. What's going to happen? As the 3-0 offering on the way to Murillo here, as he's going to take it down the middle, right at the knees for a called strike, 3-1. So Murillo with a 3-1 count on him now, going to look to drive something here. Outfield once again, playing him back, respecting the power of the Blues' leading home run here as Slade Hagan takes off, fastball chop back up the middle. Hagan's going to get into second safely. The throw to first, not in time. Everyone's safe as Hagan kind of stopped in front of the ball there as he didn't know whether to go to second or what. As the Oaks is going to go out there. As the Oaks manager's going to ask if it should be runner's interference. However, Slade Hagan is entitled to go to the bag, so that should not be. As Slade Hagan has a right to go straight to the bag. He did so. So it's what it is just a very awkward play for a second baseman. What you need to do as a second baseman in that situation, if you are Will Pickett, is you simply just have to field that ball as best you can, make a throw to first. The problem wasn't Hagan as well as Pickett simply couldn't get the ball out of his glove after fielding. He fields it cleanly. He thought about going to second, fielded it, saw that Hagan was there, tried to go to first, couldn't get the ball out of his glove, and it results in an infield hit for Marco Murillo. Umpire's going to talk about it, but the correct call should be no call at all, as Hagan has a right to go straight to the bag. And that's exactly what he did. So we will see what happens here. As we've said, it's been a crazy game. That only adds on to the gumbo of psychoticness that we've seen in this game. But Hagan has a right to go straight to the bag, as the fielder has a right to go straight to the ball. It's simply just a poorly timed scenario where one side generally loses and they feel shortchanged. In this side, it would be the Oaks fielding-wise feeling shortchanged because they feel as it should have been, and they make the right call saying that Hagan is safe. So a nice job there by the umpires to converge, make sure they get the call right, as it's always a tough call on that one. As there's always the argument that it's an impediment, but you have to ask the question, what would you have wanted Hagan to do? All Hagan did was go to the bag. It's exactly what he can do. That's the only thing he can do, and he does so there. So first and second, one out. And now Noah Taylor comes to the plate. Taylor 2 for 2, a pair of singles on the day. One gone as he's got runners at first and second. Pitch on the way here. Fastball chopped high toward the pitcher's mound. Torres has it, throws to first, and it's off the glove of the first baseman, McFarland. A run's going to come in to score at 7-6, and the mayhem continues. I don't even know how to describe what just happened. Basically, it was a high chopper. Torres bounces off the mound, fields it down the first baseline, does the right thing, but then instead of just stepping up and making an easy throw to first, thinks he's Tim Tebow in the national championship, goes for the jump throw. Just jump throws it right over McFarland's head, who is lucky to get a glove on it, really. He knocked it down but couldn't pull it in, so one out, runners at the corners, tying run 90 feet away. Coniger Sands at the plate, first offering him a fastball for a strike on the outer half. So now just a productive out from Sands ties this ball game right up. The 0-1 pitch to Sands on the way here. Changeup just cued fouls. He gets a piece of it, 0-2. Jack Kuzma waits in the on-deck circle. Blues have Taylor at first, Murillo at third. Coniger Sands at the plate, down 0-2, needs to battle back. He struck out his first time facing Torres. Looking for some retribution. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Gonna need to battle back here. Quick pick over as Taylor dives back in safely. See if the Blues can get something going here. Do you possibly try to run Noah Taylor? He can move. As the 0-2 pitch on the way to Sands here. Torres sets at the chest, kicks and deals. Runner not going slider, swung on, fouled off. A nice job, as that would have been strike three had he had taken it. Fights it off there. Count remains 0-2. Blues trail 7-6 now after poking a run home here. Canelo Oaks 7 runs on 9 hits, 3 errors. Blues 6 runs on 8 hits, also 3 errors. So a sloppy defensive game on both sides of the ball for either team, as now the 0-2 offering on the way. Torres kicks and deals, comes to plate. Another slider supposed to be popped up on the infield. Pitcher Torres is going to call for it, and will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 gone here. Runners out the corners, and it falls to Jack Kuzma to come up with a big hit here. He's 1 for 1 on the day, a walk and a single. He had a monstrous single his last time up, had the bases loaded. A 1-2 count on him, a slider low and away. He threw his barrel at it, able to piece it up, sent it back up the middle. So Jack stands in here. Runners at the corners. 2 gone in the inning. A big spot here in the bottom of the 4th as we are approaching 2 hours into this game, as that fastball swung on and missed. A 4-seamer from Torres there. Kuzma can't catch up as it's a bit up in the zone. 0-1. Kuzma going to look just to find that ball down in the zone, try to drive it somewhere for a base hit. Tying run 90 feet away. The 0-1 offering on the way. Taylor leads from first. Pitch on the way. A fastball hit on the ground toward third base. Fielded cleanly by Lewis. Goes to second the easy way. Inning over, side retired. Blues grab a run. Exactly what they needed to do as they respond to the Oaks 2 with a run of their own. It's a 7-6 ball game here. As we played 4 innings, we got ourselves a good old-fashioned Texas shootout. As we'll come back with the top of the 5th inning. Blues will look for some defense when we return. We'll see if it's going to be Peyton Sherlin when we return with the top of the 5th inning. Blues need a shutdown inning when we come back. As we reset, top of the 5th inning, ready to go. New pitcher on the mound for the Blues going to be number 25, Clark Eater, the right-hander, steps to the pitching rubber for the Blues. He fires a fastball for a called strike to Drew Sims, 0-1. Bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Oaks here as the right-hander Eater makes his first appearance of the day as that curveball well inside. Sims gets out of the way of that one, 1-1. As Eater kicks and deals, is offering here a slow breaking curve. Drops in the zone 1-2 as Eater's got that kind of Barry Zito, AJ Griffin style long and slow breaker that he can whip in there to really change the timing and eyesight of the hitter. As he messes with your eye line, you can go high fastball right after it. And he does right here, just a bit up and in. Count even 2-2. As Eater, solid pitcher from the right side, uses that breaking stuff well in conjunction with his fastball to work up and down in the zone very well, able to stretch out the corners of the plate as well as that fastball hit on the ground to short, takes a low hop, Stankiewicz handles, throws on to first to Kuzma in time for out number 1. So Dane's had some tricky hops over there as that one hit the lip of the grass and stayed low on him, but a good reaction there, goes down and grabs it for out number 1. Good job by Clark Eater to get his leader right there for out number 1. And now Andrew Lucas, the left fielder, comes to the plate with 1 gone in the inning. Blues looking for a shutdown inning here in the top of the 5th as they grabbed 1 run in the 4th. It's a 7-6 Oaks lead. So the Blues hanging around still as the first offering here on the way. A fastball a bit low as Hagen just tries to pick it on the backhand, 1-0. As the air was sucked out of this place pretty quickly as the Oaks grabbed 5 in the first 2 innings. They grabbed 3 in the first 2 in the second, but Blues responded with a big 5-run third to draw this game even. That fastball swung on and missed as Andrew Lucas, a mighty hack there, comes up empty, 1-1. Oaks responded well, though. Top of the 4th, they grabbed 2 runs, but the Blues answered with one of their own immediately, almost a pair, as they left Murillo on third, 90 feet away from tying the game as that fastball misses a bit high. 2-1 the count here. But Blues absolutely fighting here as they got another right-hander. Looks like it might be Mario Lopez loosening in the pen for them, just in case, as Clark, haven't seen him in a while on the mound, looking to go a couple innings maybe, fires a fastball in the black of the outside corner and runs the count even 2-2. As this crowd's been treated so far to one crazy ball game as we've seen 13 runs scored, breaking ball stays high, count full 3-2. We've seen 13 runs scored, 17 hits, 6 errors by the 2 teams combined. As we also have fireworks after the game, so it's been so far so good as there is a child on our screen in a dinosaur costume. Thank you, Cole, as that fastball's fouled up and away. Can we get him on here? So we will angle this camera, if possible, to get this child in the dinosaur costume. There he is. There he is, this man. This man is wearing glasses and a dinosaur costume. He is ready for a Friday night fireworks game if I've ever seen one. That is a good look. No tail, though. Surprising move. As the full count pitch only popped up straight up on the infield. Looks like Stankiewicz is going to call for it. Circles and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 gone here. Our man in the dinosaur costume likes it. The question, Cole, is that a dragon or a dinosaur? Could it be a dragon? Well, whether he breathes fire or not is an excellent question. One I think that he needs to display for us to really figure out. Can we get his attention real quick? He's drinking a soda, so maybe his fire-breathing abilities are going to be cooled. So maybe if he warms up, it maybe, hey, Eater gets a strikeout here. Get him some hot sauce. He'll be ready to go as he faces Will Picketts here with 2 gone in the inning as he fires a first pitch, strike nothing in 1. That is a sweet costume. I can't get over it. I think Dragon too. I like Dragon Call. It is also a onesie, of course, because if you ain't swagged out in the onesie Dragon costume, what are you doing? The fact that we're sitting here in polos and khakis makes me kind of sad after seeing the comfort level of that child. Yes, Ellie, I said it. I'd rather be in a Dragon onesie right now. Boom, it's out there. Deal with it. It's the 1-1 pitch from Eater on the way because there is still a baseball game going on. Fastball up high, 2-1. You know, Cole, the question of is this a baseball game or not isn't excellent. I don't know. This is anarchy. This is like half cricket, half Quidditch with like a sprinkle of lacrosse all thrown together. as this game has been insane. But you know what? We're buckled up for the ride, and I love it. As a 2-1 pitch here swung on and missed as Eder throws a fastball right by the bat of Pickett's there, 2-2. As our Dragon Kid is gone, and I am kind of sad. He needs to get back in view. Can we interview him about his costume? That would be a money interview. I'd be down. I'd just give him a mic and just leave. He can have my job. The 2-2 pitch on the way from Eder here. A fastball fouled off back toward where our Kid Zone normally is on fireworks nights. We have our beer stand set up in our kids area. As there's simply so many kids here, if we put our Kid Zone up, poor Mackenzie Perry, our Kid Zone director, would probably she would just disintegrate. I think it'd be like those zombie movies where they just kind of surround you and then you're gone forever. That's Mackenzie if we had fireworks and Kid Zone on the same night. As a 2-2 pitch here, changeup rolled over down the third base line. Jones waits for it, has it, finds it, and throws just in time. A bang play as Jones couldn't quite get it out of his glove. When he did, though, my goodness, what a shot across the diamond. Kuzma, hope his hand's all right after catching the 95-mile-an-hour steamer that Jones hurled across the diamond there. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Blues on defense. That's what you love to see after you grab a run. They're going to look to tie things up as Joe Torres will come back to the mound as we head to the bottom of the fifth. And I go try to find this kid in the onesie and see if he has an adult medium. As we get going here, home half of the fifth inning, a cargo train passes beyond right field. Top of the order due up for the Blues here. It's going to be Jay Charleston coming to the plate. Blues looking to get things going here as we are in the home half of the fifth. Halfway through this ball game, we're on pace for a cool 4-hour game, and we are ready to go as that fastball big cut and a whiff by Jay as he looked to tie the game up on that swing right there. Count even at 1-1. The plus side of if we do have a 4-hour game is we here at the stadium will not need to wait for it to get dark for fireworks. As Coleman said, we might actually need to squeeze them in around the 8th before the sun comes back up if we stay on this pace. But what a game to have so far as the 1-1 pitch slider flipped down the right field line, foul out of play, 1-2. If you're going to have a game go 4 hours, you want it to be 7-6 halfway through with 8 and 9 hits by each club with errors, but also at the same time, good defensive work. Gotta love it. It's better than a 3-2 game like some of the ones we've had this season that have gone 3.5 hours because it's just pitchers that don't throw quickly. They take 30 seconds between pitches, things like that. A lot of walks, not a lot of hitting. This game has had action in just about every inning, as there actually has been runs scored in every inning so far by at least one side, as that pitch misses outside and the count runs even at 2-2. So Charleston, top of the order, getting things on. Stankiewicz behind him. Jay, 1 for 3 on the day with an infield single so far. His 2-2 pitch on the way. Fastball fouled off as that one low and in. Able just to stay alive. Nice job there. As Torres back out there. Don't know if that ball's going to two-seam on here or not, so wise just to fight it off as that train is still going. That cargo train is just moving. I would love to know what's inside those things. I always think of Madagascar. Well, the animals in the Madagascar movies, they carry their circus animals in those cargo freights. So like if Coleman opens up one, can he just go like wrestle an alligator? That's the question. As the 2-2 pitch, a changeup is going to be flipped out to center field, playable as Elijah Alexander will get there and make the catch for out number one as Charleston just a bit out in front of that one. So with one gone, Stankiewicz will come to the plate. That train sounds like it might need a little bit of the WD-40 action as we can hear their brakes from here. Not to be that guy, but, you know, to quote Uncle Buck, you ever heard of a tune-up? Whenever you can work an Uncle Buck reference into your day, you know it's a good day. I'm done. I'm good. Everything else that happens from now on is gravy. As Stankiewicz hits here, Torres still on the mound. Right-hander kicks and deals. Fastball a bit up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. As we said, Blues looking to get back in this game here, as they have done so throughout this game, as they played 5 in the third, 1 in the fourth, as they've drawn within a run. It's a 7-6 game here. Clark Eater came on the top of the inning, pitched a fantastic top of the fifth, a 1-2-3 inning, giving his team a chance to tie it up here in the home half of the fifth as that pitch misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. As Dane Stankiewicz at the plate, left-handed hitter. 2-0 count on him, looking to drive something here. Outfield playing him deep. Elijah Alexander out in center, slightly shaded from the pull. As the pitch on the way, a backdoor slider falls a bit low. Nice eye by Dane there. Don't want to offer it a 2-0 slider regardless, unless it's hanging. That one bit nicely down and in. He lets it go, and it ends up below the zone for a ball 3-0 as Blaine Jones waits in the on-deck circle. That fastball is going to be just a bit low as this umpire has been calling some late strikes. So Dane very wisely looked back, made sure the call was going to be a ball, and heads on down to first. So a walk there with 1 out. And Blaine Jones with London Bridge by Fergie ringing throughout Sinsheimer Stadium comes to the plate. Cole's bopping his head. I am as well. You can't not. It's Fergie. She keeps it real. Strictly bangers, Cole. Strictly bangers. As now Jones steps to the plate. That cargo train is still going. Pitch on the way, low and away. Taking off is Stankiewicz, and he's going to get in safely to second. So a hit and run on there by the Blues. Jones does his part, swings and misses at a slider, but that's enough. Sims unable to get the ball out of his glove, and Stankiewicz slides in safely. I'm going to keep everyone posted on this train because it's still going. This thing started in this inning and is still continuing just to chug along. But back on the field, a 0-1 count on Jones, tying run in scoring position as Stankiewicz dances off second now, forcing Torres to step off. Nobody holding him on as he was about a third of the way down to third base right there before Torres took a look over at him. So Conejo clearly has not been too hot with holding runners on it. As that fastball hit back up the middle, broken bat off the glove of the pitcher, going to nestle in no man's land, and everyone's going to be safe. Going to be an infield single there, a broken bat by Jones. Fastball two-seam right in on his hands, hits it back up the middle. The right-handed pitching Torres tried to be a hero, tried to get his glove down on it, tips off his glove, which was so perfect for the Blues because Shaken, the shortstop, would have been there to make the play. Instead, the ball got slowed down enough, just rolled down the backside of the mound. No chance for a play. Runners at the corners, 1 out. The craziness continues. The train is still going. That train has to be 2 miles long. First pitch decline here. A slider lifted, fouled in the left field line, out of play. 0-1. So Brian, the man you want up right now for the Blues. A walk, a single, and a flyout so far on the day for him. As he started that third inning that saw the Blues score 5 runs with a base hit. He bats here. A 0-1 count on him right now. Looking to pull a ball to right field. Trying to push that run home from third. As the 0-1 offering decline here. Fastball hit, a base hit left field. Once again, this game is tied. And holding up at second base is Blaine Jones. First and second, 1 out. The CO2 tanks are getting a workout today as we are tied at sevens. Blues take the lead in the hit column 10-9 as Klein takes a fastball the other way to left field for a base hit. Stankiewicz comes home to score. Jones to second. 1 out still in the inning. Now Blues looking for the first time today to take a lead in this game. First and second, 1 out there. 5-hitter in the order. Slade Hagen going to come to the plate. The train is still going. I know no one cares about it, but I am just perplexed. Coleman cares, and that's what's important. I got one person in my corner as a fastball swung on and missed by Slade Hagen there. 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. The count on Slade Hagen here. First and second, 1 out. Hagen looking for a base hit. Trying to give the Blues their first lead of the game as the 0-1 offering. Slider called, strike on the outside corner. Close pitch as Torres gets the call. It's 0-2, and the train has ended. We have finally found the back of the train. My goodness, that was going for like 10 minutes. That was pretty cool. 0-2 offering on the way here. As Torres kicks and deals fastball, slider swung on and misses. That one had a nice sharp dive, got me on it. As that one dives out of the zone, Hagen comes up empty on the swing. And with 2 gone, Marco Murillo is going to come to the plate. And now coming to the mound is going to be the Conejo coach once again, as we'll see if they go to the pen. They do have a left-hander warming. Marco Murillo drew up for the Blues first and second, 2 outs as Torres has been battling this Blues lineup. Murillo will wait here. Blues crowd has only grown since we've last mentioned them as the people continue to file in. As this has been quite the entertaining game to be at if you are a lucky fan in the stands here today. And if you happen to somehow also be listening to this game, whether on your, most likely on your phone, as I know some do, you're treated to a good one so far. Blues and Oaks battling it out. You can tell it's a play. There are playoff implications on the line as both teams do not want to give in. Neither has wavered as each one has answered with a punch of their own. As Murillo trying to deliver a blow right here. First and second, 2 outs, looking for a big hit. As Torres still out on the mound, his first offering to Marco. Slider checks his swing, but called strike, 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike here. Left fielder Andrew Lucas playing just in front of the track out and left. As we've said, they respect Murillo's pull side power. 0-1 slider hit on the ground right to the third baseman. He's going to go to the second the easy way. Second baseman Pickett slips but keeps his foot on the bag. So Murillo grounds into the fielder's choice, but the Blues tie this one up. Big hit by Brian Klein, the RBI single. And we are tied at sevens as we're going to go to the top of the 6th inning. We're over 2 hours into this game. We got a long way to go, and it's going to be a fun ride. I hope you stick with us for the whole way, as we hope to end before Tiger Woods tees off for the 3rd round of the British Open, and we will come back with the top of the 6th after our dizzy bat race in between the inning. As we jump in, top of the 6th inning on our hands, Clark Eater back out there for his second inning of work. He's going to face the top of the order. Sam Shaken, the shortstop, steps up. First pitch to him, a fastball strike called on the outer half, 0-1. So Shaken, Lewis, and McFarland, 1, 2, 3 in the order for the Oaks. Coming to bat here against Clark Eater, who's back out there for his second inning of work. Eater, solid first inning of relief in the 5th, went 1, 2, 3 through the 7, 8, 9 batters as he misses high with a breaking ball there to even the count up at 1-1. As Clark, so far on the season, solid ERA of a 1.23 on the season so far as he's worked 14 2/3 innings. A fastball just a bit low, possibly had the zone, or had the plate, but a bit low. Count goes to 2-1. Clark's registered 16 Ks on the season against 12 walks as he's a big pitch to contact guy. Lets batters get themselves out. Misses barrels. That fastball's fouled back 2-2. As that's been Eater's big thing this season. Just does not allow a lot of great contact. Looking to keep that trend going here tonight. As his 2-2 offering ready to go on the way. Hagen's going to give the sign here. Shaking the shortstop readies. Slings the bat over his shoulder. Holds it flat. Kind of flicks it up as the pitch comes in. As the 2-2 offering on the way. Fastball lifted to left center, but playable. As Charleston's going to coast on in, and he's going to yield to Marco Murillo, who calls him off as he was camped under it for out number 1. It's a nice pitch by Eater there. Like we said, just missing barrels. That one off the end of the bat for out number 1. And with one gone, Brandon Lewis comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3 on the day. A single. He's also reached on an error. As Eater on the mound, the right-hander here. Sets a sophomore from San Diego State. Kicks and deals his first offering, a fastball bit outside, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Clark Eater out of my neck of the woods, the East Base from San Ramon, California. Played for California High School, as I've seen them on the field a time or two in my day. As the 1-0 offering from Clark on the way here. A fastball just a bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. Eater thought he had the zone. Slade Hagen held it an extra second just to show. As Coleman has taken over the PA for a second here as Jim has stepped out. So we're hoping for a strikeout so Coleman can do the hot sauce routine as that fastball misses high. So if that's going to happen, Eater's going to need to battle back here as the count moves to 3 balls and no strikes. Eater did a good job once again of getting his leader by getting Shaken to fly out here. Going to need to battle back against Lewis, however, as his 3-0 offering. A fastball trying to check his swing. Can't do it. The appeal says he went around. 3-1 as Eater with a high fastball there gets Lewis to go after it there. So 3-1 now the count. Trying to keep Lewis off the bases with McFarland and Cockrell due to come up as a 3-1 pitch. A fastball pops straight up on the infield, and it looks like Eater will get his wish as Klein camps underneath it and will make the catch for out number 2. As Brian Klein, very, very fundamentally sound on those high pop-ups, gets his face right under it. It's either going to be in his glove or it's going to hit him in the teeth. That's the way you got to feel those high pop-ups on the infield like that, not let him knuckleball on you later. Let the wind move him off you as he feels that one cleanly. 2 gone in the inning, and Jordan McFarland, the first baseman, will come to the plate. First offering from Eater, a fastball bit out and away as Hagen just calmly snags it, fires it back to Clark. It's 1-0. As Clark Eater winds and throws his 1-0 offering on the way here as he fires a fastball a bit low, picked out of the dirt by Slade as he's going to get a new pearl for Eater on the mound as the umpire asked for that one after a possible scuff took place. So 2 balls and no strikes here, 2 gone in the inning. Top of the 6th inning. We're 2 hours and 20 minutes into this game. It's been moving slow, not due to slow play, due to craziness on the field as that fastball popped up once again over toward first base this time. And Klein will call it off and makes the catch. So a couple of pop-ups on the infield handled by Klein. Murillo handled the other one. So another 1-2-3 inning for Clark Eater. He's seen 6 Oaks. He's sent them all down. We're going to go to the home half of the 6th. That top of the 6th brought to you by San Luis Obispo Eyes Associates. Physicians there are leaders in their fields and use state-of-the-art equipment and techniques to provide you and your family the best possible care. As we will come back with a home half of the sixth. Blues going to look to grab a lead when we return. As we get started here, home half of the sixth ready to go. Blues looking to build off the solid pitching by Clark Eater in the top of the inning as Blues send Noah Taylor to the plate. First offering here, slider down and away. 1-0 new pitcher on the mound. Number 16, Nick Rincover, the left fielder, or excuse me, the left-handed arm out of the bullpen here. 1-0 offering to Taylor, fastball outside, 2-0. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up for the Blues here as it'll be Taylor, Sands, and Kuzma. All three Cal Poly men looking to get something going in the home half of the sixth. A 2-0 offering well outside from Rincover. It's 3-0. So a nice start to the inning for the Blues here with the relief man on as he struggles to find the zone against his first batter. Lefty-lefty matchup should favor the pitcher, but he's unable to locate in the zone right now. So a 3-0 count for Taylor. We'll see if he has the green light here. 3-0 offering is going to be called strike on the outside corner right on the black as Rincover gets the call as the at-bat continues 3-1. As the lefty Rincover kicks and deals in the windup. 3-1 offering, a slider swung on and just tap foul at the plate. As Noah Taylor tried to hold back on that one, just could not. And the count runs full 3-2. It's the 3-2 offering on the way. Rincover going to step off now, wipes it, and going to reset as he tries to battle back. 3-2 offering now on the way. Taylor at the plate. Slider called strike 3. Taylor knew it. A nice front door slider there from Rincover as he breaks that one back in the zone for out number 1. And with one gone here, Coninger Sands, the designated hitter, will hit. Sands 0 for 3 on the day so far. A fly out. He has 2 flyouts on the day and a strikeout. Looking to get something going here. As Coninger stands in, the first offering him a fastball swung, popped up. Shallow left field is shaking. The shortstop's going to go out there, and he will camp under it and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 gone here as a northbound train. Thank you, Jim. Jim Siebert, our PA man, is fascinated with the cardinal directions of the map as he calls out the northbound Amtrak train. You know, Jim, you're right. Old people do like trains. There's a really fancy word for someone who's into trains, and I don't remember what it is. And it's killing me. It's in an episode of Psych. If anyone watches that show, Gus is into it, and I cannot remember for the life of me what the word is, but that is you, Jim. As that first pitch misses low, 1 ball, no strikes. As the pitch on the way here to Jack Kuzma down and in 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes here as Kuzma waits. The offering from Rincover on the way. Fastball can be popped up in foul territory. Looks like it might stay in play as McFarland over there, and he will make the catch in time for the 3rd out of the inning. So Blues go down in order here as we will head to the 7th. As that is the first inning where no one scored for either side. As we will go to the top of the 7th, back third of this ball game, getting ready to go. Ferroequinologist. Thank you, Darren Polkowski. Yes, that's been killing me for actually days. I thought about that a week ago, and it's just been kind of festering in my head. I've been trying to find the psych episode. I couldn't. Thank you. I love that word. It's one of my favorite words. I want to be one someday when I grow up. As we'll take a break here, come back with the top of the 7th inning. As we get set for the top of the 7th inning. As Jim, the now self-proclaimed ferroequinologist, is ready to go as he's the PA man here. He's a PA, he's an audiobook reader by day, a PA guy during the evenings, and a ferroequinologist at night. This man does not sleep. As the first offering from Clark Eater back out of the mound. A fastball that Chase Cockrell takes a big hack and comes up empty. 0-1. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Oaks here as we are in a tie game, 7 apiece. Blues lead at 10-9 in the hit column as the 0-1 offering to Cockrell. Another big hack comes up empty there, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here. As Eater sets on the mound. Now kicks and deals. As his 0-2 offering on the way. Fastball. Ring him up and talk to me. Calls strike 3. Chase Cockrell gets caught looking. As Eater registers his first strikeout of the game. The first strikeout looking of the day by a Blues pitcher. And then with one gone, Elijah Alexander, the center fielder, is going to come to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a triple today so far. So as we get set here, top of the 7th, one gone. Elijah, left-handed batter at the plate, tripled his last time up. First offering, swings through a fastball, 0-1. Blues looking to keep him off the bases as he can move. Don't want to give him a chance. So we're joined in the booth by Katie Izzo. Is she related to Tom Izzo? Maybe, maybe not. She did all of our programs today. Killed it. I believe she sold out of programs because she's just that good of a saleswoman. But hey, she's just doing her thing. I believe she makes commission, maybe. Yeah. She's got a really cool watch, too, which is pretty sweet. As it's a 1-1 count on the batter, Elijah Alexander, right now. As Katie's just going to leave, just like that. As that fastball popped up on the infield. As Kuzma underneath it, he's going to make this catch. But Katie now leaving. So, I mean, did we really win in that transaction? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But there are 2 gone and nobody aboard. As that'll bring Michael Spears to the plate. So, as we said, Clark Eater just missing barrels. As he's out there doing his thing as he faces Spears, the right fielder here. Michael Spears 1 for 3 on the day with a single in the first. The first offering on the way. A fastball going to be a called strike at the knees, 0-1. 2 outs in the inning here in the top of the 7th inning. Blues looking for another clean inning out of Eater as he's retired the first day batter he's seen. As that curveball stays high, 1-1. Don't worry. I just knocked on some wood just in case. Don't want to be that guy. Can't be that guy. Coleman will not let that happen. He polices me very well with what I say in regards to that. He does have an electric fly swatter, and he does threaten me repeatedly with it. And you know what? That's really good for me. It just keeps me focused as that fastball is taken for us, called strike 1 and 2. That's why we're a good team, Cole. You keep me on somewhat of a straight and narrow. Somewhat. I deviate now and then, but for the most part, you keep me in line as the 1-2 slider just a bit off the plate away as Hagen's set up out there. But Michael Spears does not chase, so the count runs even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As we said, game even at 7 apiece here. As we're in the top of the 7th inning. Eater's offering on the way. A fastball just a bit outside as the whole infield started heading to the dugout. They thought they had it. As this game continues to rise in anticipation, as it continues, Ellie biting her nails. She lives on every pitch. As the full count offering a fastball. Can I help you, Mr. Spears? Nah, just looking. As he gets caught watching a fastball there. A pair of punch-outs for Eater, both looking. Pop up to first as well. Ends the inning. 3 innings of 3 up, 3 down baseball from Mr. Eater as he is putting on a clinic out of the bullpen here so far. We're going to go to the home half of the 7th. Blues looking to break the tie as we're even at 7 apiece through 6.5. As we jump back in after the 7th inning stretch, Jay Charleston comes to the plate, top of the order for the Blues, due up to face number 16, Nick Rincover, who pitched a 1-2-3 inning in his own right in the bottom of the 6th, as the first offering to Charleston is whipped in there for a fastball called strike, 0-1. Charleston, Stankiewicz, and Jones looking to get something started for the Blues, as the offense by both teams has gone a bit dormant, and by that I mean a whole inning and a half without a run has gone by without a run scored. The last run coming in the bottom of the 5th, as the pitch here, a fastball high, 1-1. But in this game, it feels like it's been forever since we've seen a run score, as it was just haymaker after haymaker of runs, as the Oaks had 5 through the first 2. Blues grabbed 5 in the 3rd inning to tie it up at 5 apiece. The Oaks responded with 2 in the top of the 4th. Blues got 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, as that slider is going to break down and into for a called strike, 1-2. And that brings us to a 7-7 tie here in the home half of the 7th. So trip 7s. Maybe we got some casino luck working. As Charleston digs in here, not going with the Tennessee orange cleats. He's got black cleats on tonight. I just noticed as he swings at a slider and taps it foul. So this might be the first game all season that Charleston's going black cleats. I normally see some Tennessee Volunteer orange from him and Lipsius. Lipsius getting the night off tonight. Charleston still out there doing work, as he's 1 for 4 on the day. As the pitch on the way from the left-hander Rincover here, the 1-2 offering, a slider down and in. Nice take by Charleston as he watches that one in the dirt, 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes as our stadium packed, still ready for the fireworks. Definitely not going to need to most likely hold off to let those things rip, as normally we have to wait about 10-20 minutes for it to be dark enough. Not tonight, as that fastball hit on the ground, a short backhanded by Shakin. Going to be a tough throw across the diamond. Not going to be in time as it skips up and over the first baseman's head as he's unable to pick it. So leadoff man on an infield single there for Charleston, as he would have beaten that regardless of if McFarland had caught that on the throw or not. So Charleston, his second hit of the day, 2 infield singles for Jay. So a man on first. No doubt, and Katie Izzo is back. Of course, the second she walks in, we get an infield single. Katie, you can go nowhere. Executive decision. As Charleston's on first, nobody out. Stankiewicz at the plate. As Jay leads from first, left-handed pitcher on the mound, trying to keep him close, as Charleston has swiped 25 bags this season. Pitch in the dirt, going to get away. Jay down to second, as he's going to wheel. He's going to try for third. The throw going in, he dives. He's going to be safe. The ball kicks away. Jay's going to try for home. The throw is not in time, and the Blues take the lead. Thank you, Katie Izzo, for not moving. As Jay takes off for second, wild pitch in the dirt. Sims, but the catcher couldn't find it. Charleston, using that speed, takes off for third, makes it. It was a close play, dives in head first. The ball on the throw to third, unable to be handled by the third baseman, Brandon Lewis. It looked like it might have hit off of Jay, rolls toward left field. Not that far, but far enough as Charleston takes off for the plate, comes all the way around to score. And as the great Al Davis said, speed kills. And it does right there. Speaking of speed, Katie Izzo, who's joining us in the booth right now, just hanging out. She runs cross country and track for Cal Poly's teams here. So Katie knows a thing or two about having some wheels, as I'm sure she's a big fan of Jay legging that out right there, as the Blues have an 8-7 lead and a 2-1 count on Noah Taylor's on Dane Stankiewicz, as that fastball misses high, 3-1. So Blues looking to add on here as Stankiewicz at the plate. Nobody gone as Charleston comes all the way around on some absolute craziness on the infield. Quite the kerfuffle on that one as the Blues bring him in to score. Yeah, Cole, I just dropped kerfuffle in a common, just normal sentence. You're welcome. It's a great word. It is a word. Look it up in the dictionary, just like ferroequinologist. These are the words I use on my daily life. As Stankiewicz does walk, it is true. This is my life, Cole. I'm living it, baby. Stankiewicz is on first. Nobody out. Blaine Jones coming to the plate. A runner on first, nobody out. As Stankiewicz leads from first, now a pick over as he gets back in time. Jones at the plate on the day so far, 1 for 4, looking to make it 2 for 5. A man on first, nobody out as the right-hander waits ring cover. The lefty's offering on the way. Stankiewicz still dancing. Now Blaine shows bunt, pops it up. Going to be foul out of play. 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. Katie, I swear, if you leave, Katie, I will speak to you. You don't have a mic, but yeah, I will translate what you say to here. I do that with Cole every day. Sure, it's really annoying for someone that isn't me or Cole, but hey, it happens. You know, we're just talking about Cole's life as an alligator wrangler, all that fun stuff. Typical Florida things, exactly. You're right on it. Look, you're already in the conversation. As Jones shows bunt here, pitch only. Stankiewicz takes off, swinging and missing as Jones. Throw going down to second. Not going to be in time, so a hit and run on. A slash attack hit and run by the Blues. I like the thinking. As Jones down the count 0-2, but Stankiewicz now at second base. So Blues are looking for here with an 0-2 count on Blaine Jones is for him to find a ground ball to the right side, try to get Stankiewicz to third. As Blues with a man on second, nobody out still, an 0-2 count on Jones, the sophomore out of Dallas Baptist, playing third base today. He's had a solid defensive day for the Blues. Looking to really have a great day all around if he can get a big hit here down the count 0-2. See if ring cover goes with that big sweeping slider. Stankiewicz dances up, pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and missed as Blaine Jones reaches out for that one, comes up empty for out number 1, and that'll bring Brian Klein to the plate. So Klein steps to the plate. A huge RBI single to tie this game up, his last time up. He bats here with a chance to give the Blues a cushion of a lead as they lead 8-7 off the Charleston run this inning. An insurance run out at second base. First offering to Klein. Fastball up and away for a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strike as the throw back to the mound. Gets away a little bit from the pitcher ring cover, but he goes over, picks it up as Stankiewicz not going to try his luck for taking off to third there as he's just content with staying at second. The 1-0 offering on the way as Klein stands in. Slade Hagen in the on-deck circle. The left-handed Klein waits as ring cover takes a look to second, now kicks and deals. Fastball swung on a miss. Klein, a mighty hack, comes up empty, 1-1. Lefty-lefty battle between ring cover and Klein here. Ooh, dang, Katie. She's showing off her commission money here, making it rain. That's my whole stipend you're holding in your hand right there. As it's a 1-1 count on Brian Klein here as ring cover sets and deals. Slider in the dirt. Nice take there as he lets it fall down and away. Count moves to 2 balls and 1 strikes. Katie, look what happens when you're here. We're getting runs. You can't leave. Stop threatening to leave. We need you more than we need Cole, really. That's why Cole's teaching you to do stats. We keep you. We send Cole to do whatever job you're supposed to do. I think Cole's down with it. As that fastball fouled off by Klein. Count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Klein looking for a big base hit here. Right fielder Michael Spears playing in, not respecting the pull side power of Klein. If Brian can get into something here, should be extra bases. As the 2-2 offering, Slider lifted foul out of play, 2-2. Yeah, that makes sense. We've been together for like 30 games. I would hate me. I don't know why he does. The count still 2-2 here as Klein in the box, ready to go. Stankiewicz leads from second now. Ring cover steps off. As Katie asked a great question about how Cole is still saying after listening to me for this whole season. My answer, I have no clue. The kid's a trooper. As the 2-2 pitch on the way in the dirt, kicks away from Sims, and Stankiewicz down to third. So now instead of a base hit, a simple ground ball on the right side gets an insurance run home. That's a huge run standing at third base. No one warming in the Blues pen, so it looks as though Clark Eater's going to come back out. Full count here on Brian Klein. Now infield's going to come in here, try to cut down the runner at the plate. Brian stands in. Hagan in the on-deck circle. One gone in the inning. Blues lead 8-7. Full count offering. Slider called strike three. Klein disagrees, to say the least, as he started down to first. A big punch out there by Ringcover for the second out of the inning, and now Slade Hagan will come to the plate. Blues need a big hit from their right-handed hitting catcher as Slade 1 for 2 on the day, a pair of walks, a single so far on his day, as he has a man at third and 2 gone. Blues 11 hits, 3 errors, 8 runs. That's the first offering to Hagan. Fastball fought off, 0-1. The Oaks 9 hits, 7 runs, and 4 errors on the day, as it's an 0-1 offering. Katie getting tired of sitting next to Cole and I, so she's going to go hang out at scoreboard area. A fair move by Katie, to each their own. Doesn't have the true wherewithal like Coleman to sit next to me every day, as that fastball lifted by Slade Hagan high and deep to right, but going to tail foul out of play. And now count 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Hagan as he looks to battle back in this count. Needs to fight back from 0-2 to get a big hit. Blues would love to get Stankiewicz home. Couple wild pitches from Ringcover, so maybe that slider got to watch for a drop third strike. As the pitch on the way here, Ringcover sets at the belt. His 0-2 offering. Fastball well up and away. Nice job by Sims. Throws his glove out to keep that one on his person. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 count now on Slade, as Katie Izzo will now finally return to her employment downstairs doing normal intern things. The 1-2 pitch. Slider swung on and missed. Inning over, side retired. Blues get a run. Thank you, Jay Charleston. And the craziness that ensued after he got on base. As the Blues take an 8-7 lead, we will head to the 8th. 2 innings left in this ball game. Blues, for the first time tonight, take a lead. As we go to the top of the 8th, looks like it'll be Clark Eater when we come back. As we jump back in here, top of the 8th inning, Clark Eater back out on the mound. Gonna face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, just as he did 3 innings ago, as he's pitched 3 solid innings of 1, 2, 3 baseball in each inning. So far, 9 up, 9 down against Clark Eater for the Oaks offensively. as his first pitch to Drew Sims, the catcher here, low for a ball, 1-0. So for the first time of the day, the Blues are protecting a lead as they take an 8-7 lead thanks to Jay Charleston. Thank you, Coleman, for knocking on a wooden surface. As Eater winds and throws, his 1-0 offering on the way. Fastball a bit high, 2-0. As Eater on the mound here, 2-0 offering on the way to Sims, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Pitch on the way here. Fastball swung on foul back as Sims trying to tie this game up. Took a mighty hack there. Just fouls it back to the screen as he had a Jack Cuss style uppercut there. As he was going to the Josh Donaldson School of Lift and Separate on a swing like that. See if Eater can exploit that to his advantage as his 2-1 offering going to be on the way here as a gaggle of Rugrats were out there in left field doing our shoe retriever game where they put all their shoes in a bucket and go out and get it. And now they're all milling about in the stands area as that fastball misses high, 3-1. As it looks like Lopez once again up and throwing in the pen. 3-1 offering, fastball called strike, and the count full 3-2 as Drew Sims gets hit with a fish hook there as the home plate umpire just throws it out and just reels him back in like a trout trying to go to fresh water. He just goes, nah, come on back, little guy. As now the full count offering on the way. Eater kicks and deals fastball. Can I help you? Nah. Just looking as Jim is flabbergasted at the call. Our own PA man is in disbelief. That fastball was on the border. Could have gone either way. We're shocked it went that way, but Coleman's right. We are due for a call like that to go the Blues direction. Coleman also is a big fan of just generally outs here in the later innings as we're protecting a lead. So the first pitch on the way to Andrew Lucas, a fastball, big cut and a whiff, 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike here as Clark Eater facing the right hand hitting Andrew Lucas. A crouch stance by the righty as he waits. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and missed, 0-2. So Eater just rearing back, going with the hard stuff. Lucas can't catch up. The 0-2 offering on the way here as Eater gets the sign from Hagen. Slade sets up on the outer half. Pitch on the way from Clark. Fastball a bit high and a nice take there as Lucas lets that one miss up in the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the 1-2 offering on the way from Eater here as he comes to the plate. Front door breaking ball fought off there as Lucas brandishes the tomahawk swing right there and fights that one off, playing defense, and you'll see another pitch. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Pitch on the way again from Eater up and out of the zone there as Hagen can't even corral that one. Count moves to 2-2. So Clark ahead in the count here. A couple close pitches. Good takes by the batter Lucas. Now we'll see if Eater goes back in the zone here, 2-2. There's a 2-2 offering on the way. Clark Eater winds and throws. His pitch on the way. Breaking ball stays high. Looked like it might have slipped out of his hands a little bit there. And now the count all the way to 3-2 now as Eater had an 0-2 lead. Count full here. As the Clark Eater offering on the way here. A big 3-2 pitch on the way. Fastball, someone popped up. Going to be right back toward us as it's going to get back over our press box here. And we'll reset as I like the move by Eater as he got Lucas to swing and miss at 2 fastballs where he just went after him. Does the same right there. Lucas just able to fight that one off. As the 3-2 offering on the way, Eater kicks and deals as Hagen sets behind the plate. Fastball swung, tap foul there as Hagen almost able to hang on. That one clicks off his glove. And we'll reset for another 3-2 offering. So a good battle here brewing between Lucas and Eater. Clark looking to bulldog his way through it, as he's been efficient on the mound today. We'll see if he challenges him with another fastball. the 3-2 offering on the way here. Clark Eater to the plate. Fastball swung on and missed up top when Mama has the Thin Mints for out number 2. Back-to-back punch-ups. To answer your question, Michael Spence, I don't know if he's got a fishing license for these waters, but I can tell you one thing. He's quite the wrangler as he's pulling them in. So 2 gone here. As Clark Eater on the mound, going to face the 9-hole hitter, Will Pickett. As Pickett stands in 1 for 3 on the day, singled his first at bat since then, a ground out victim 2 times. As Eater winds and throws fastball a bit high, 1-0. So Clark, big pitch there, goes with the elevated fastball, gets Lucas to chase after it. And the count 1-0 here on Will Pickett, the second baseman, the right-hander with the no batting gloves move, a la Jorge Posada. The 1-0 offering going to be swung on, popped up, left field playable. Murillo on the run, coming toward the line, going to call for it as Stankiewicz was out there just in case. As that's the meaning on this ball game. When your shortstop runs all the way to almost deep left field to make sure a ball is caught, that's when you know that there's a lot on the line. Stankiewicz given all the effort he can. Murillo tracks it down, so another 3 up, 3 down inning for Eater as he is just rolling along. We'll take a short break, come back. Blues will look to add on in the home half of the 8th as they lead this by 1 run. It's an 8-7 ball game as we head to the home frame. As we get set here, we're at the exact 3-hour mark of our game. We are in the bottom of the 8th, and we have Marco Murillo coming to the plate. 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Blues due up here as they look to add on. 1-run lead, clearly not safe as the Oaks had a 5-run lead at the start of this game. We've seen how that has aged as we're in the bottom of the 8th. The first offering from Rincover, a fastball up and away to Marco, 1-0. Blues would love to tack on 1, maybe even 2 if they could. Try to have a cushion going into the 9th inning as they will be facing the top of the Conejo Oaks order. And I can guarantee you that they will not go quietly as the 1-0 offering to Murillo. Swan tapped on the ground toward first. McFarland has it. Going to flip it to the pitcher, covering in time for out number 1. So a nice play there as Rincover fields his position. And with 1 gone, Noah Taylor's going to come to the plate. So Taylor comes to the plate here. Nobody on, 1 out. As the Blues looking to add on if they can here in the home half of the 8th inning. As it's been a wild game so far. We've had 20 hits by the 2 teams combined, as well as 7 combined errors. As the first pitch fastball to Taylor lifted over the head of the first baseman, going to drop in no man's land. Taylor not going to try for 2 as he holds up with a single there. So there's hit number 12 on the day for the SLO Blues as Noah Taylor drops that one in right in no man's land down that right field line. Man on first, 1 out for Blaine Jones. For Conner Sands. our other third baseman in the lineup, as he's the designated hitter today. Coleman gives me a sarcastic thumbs up. I see you, Coleman. I respect it. I respect it. As Sands, designated hitter today, as he and Jones generally trade off over at third base. Sands looking for his first hit in the ballgame, 0-for-4 so far. Looking to make it 1-for-5 if he can. Taylor over at first base has some wheels as Sands will look to find a gap. First pitch, a backdoor slider, a bit low. Good eye there. 1 ball, no strikes. So we're into the Cal Poly part of the order here. Taylor on first, a Cal Poly Mustang, as well as Sands at the plate, and Kuzma in the on-deck circle. As the 1-0 offering to Conacher Sands on the way here as Taylor leads from first. And the throw back to first is going to be over the head of McFarland. Taylor heads for second. He's going to go for third as that ball's down in right field. And Taylor's going to get held up at third base as Fred Bogart did not see that the second baseman had the ball as he wanted to wave him. Ellie almost had a heart attack. Our music director, she was putting up the stop sign herself just to make sure. So Taylor goes first to third on the throwing error there as he had him picked off, did ring cover. Taylor definitely leaning towards first. The pick over was high, however. And Taylor, next thing you know, standing on third base. So a huge run, 90 feet away, 1 gone, and a 1-0 count on Conacher Sands. Infield in here. Blues looking for a massive run if they can get it right here, as it's an 8-7 ball game. Trying to double their lead are the Blues. The 1-0 offering up and away, 1-0. The pitch on the way here to Conacher Sands, a slider up in the zone, fouled off. Counts 2-1. There's the 2-1 offering to Conacher here. A backdoor slider called strike. Evens the count at 2-2. So nice pitch by ring cover there. Sands just needs to find something to deposit in the outfield grass or into an outfielder's mitt, really. Taylor can run. You can bet the Blues are going to test it. As the 2-2 offering to Sands, slider swung on and missed, so he's down for the second out as Sands clearly fooled by that one there. Tried to hold up his swing, then realized it was a strike. Just tried to fight it off, unable to do so. So 2 gone in the inning. Infield's going to go back to their normal depth. Jack Kuzma comes to the plate. Kuzma on the day for the Blues has been solid so far. His season, batting .122. He's 1-for-3 on the day with a huge 2 RBI single back in that 5-run third inning. Looking to have arguably an even bigger hit right here as that front door slider called strike, 0-1 as that one breaks onto the inner half of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Kuzma needs a base hit here. Outfield playing him pretty deep in left and center. Right fielder cheating in. As the 0-1 offering to Kuzma on the way. Ring cover to the plate. Another one of those Frisbee sliders drops low and the count runs even at 1-1. Top of the order, and Jay Charleston waits in the on-deck circle. Lucas and Alexander out in left and center field are playing very deep. Kuzma just needs to flick one over the infield here for a base hit as the 1-1 offering. Slider lifted, base hit, left field. Kuzma delivers once again. Taylor comes in to score, and the Blues double their lead. They lead 9-7 now, a 2-run lead as Jack Kuzma, the Cal Poly man, comes through in the clutch. Coming into the game, Kuzma had 3 RBIs. He has 3 RBIs in this game. That is a man who shows up when he is needed in the clutch. Jack Kuzma doing his best Colton Wong impersonation as he just comes up with big hits in the clutch. Now Jay Charleston comes to the plate. Runner on first, 2 outs. As Jay stands in here, Kuzma at first offering to Charleston, a fastball for a strike on the inner half. So Jack Kuzma came to play today. Couple of big hits here as Charleston steps to the plate. 2 for 5 on the day. Couple of strikeouts, a couple infield singles. As the 0-1 offering to Charleston, a slider down and in, a bit too far, 1-1. Jack Kuzma, I can't get over it. What a guy. When they need it. Playoff implications, as this is a huge win for the Blues if they can get it. And Kuzma leading the charge with 3 RBIs in the game. As the 1-1 offering to Charleston fought off there, 1-2, as the Blues have 9 runs on 13 hits, 3 errors, 7 runs, 9 hits, 5 errors for the Oaks. It has been anything but a clean game by either side. But hey, sometimes you just got to win these games where you just got to go in the mud, fight for each run, and that's exactly what the Blues and Oaks are doing right here, both sides. Leaving it all out there today. 1-2 offering to Charleston is going to be high, 2-2. Some games are nice and clean. Some games you got to get dirty, and this is one of them. Here's the Blues doing whatever it takes to win, scoring on all different kinds of plays. The Oaks as well. They had a triple with an error that led to an inside the Parker for 2 runs back in the 4th inning as a back pick there, and Kuzma dives back in safely. Coleman knows a thing or two about wrestling in the mud, as he, I'm sure, has fought a gator or two in a swamp in his day, as there goes our marketing tent moving across our screen, as always. As the 2-2 offering to Charleston on the way. Slider swung on, hit on the ground down the third base. I'm going to kick foul on the last hop there as Fred Bogart, with some fancy footwork, tangos out of the way there, and we'll reset for their 2-2 offering. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here, 2 gone in the inning. As Jay Charleston stands at the plate. A runner on first, 2 gone. As the 2-2 offering on the way. Ring cover to the plate, fastball well outside there. Nice job by Sims just to grab that one and not let it get to the backstop. And just like that, our count runs full 3-2. So count full 3-2 on Jay Charleston here as Stankiewicz waits in the on-deck circle. The payoff pitch from ring cover on the way. A backdoor slider, low, ball 4. So Charleston watches that slider down in the dirt for ball 4. He will walk. First and second, 2 gone. Dane Stankiewicz come to the plate. Coach for the Oaks going to come out and have a talk with his pitchers. The Blues lead this one 9-7 here. Looking to add on even more if they can. Got Stankiewicz at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He has walked 3 times. He singled in the first inning. As that meeting very, very brief. Probably just trying to waste time for their pitchers in the bullpen if they do not get Dane out. As it is going to be a lefty-lefty matchup between Stankiewicz and ring cover. Blues, I'm sure, no qualms with keeping Dane in there regardless of what the numbers of a matchup like that say, as Dane hitting .354 coming into the game. 11 walks, 5 RBIs as well before he came to play today. As we said, he's 1 for 2 with 3 walks. His on-base percentage way up. He's got the Luke Lipsius thing going on today, just working walks. As now Stankiewicz stands in, a base hit should plate Kuzma. First offering from Rincover on the way. As he comes to the plate, a front door breaking ball a bit low, 1-0. Right fielder Spears is still shaded very in. Meanwhile, the left fielder for the Oaks, Andrew Lucas, is way back there and left. It's an interesting setup they've got where they've just kind of kept deep depth in left and center, but the right fielder has dared Blues hitters. They put it over his head. As the 1-0 offering to Stankiewicz, a slide in the dirt, a nice hold up there as he thought about offering at it, saw it break off the plate and wisely lays off 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes here. Blues, after this game, will have a day off as we have Saturday off. I'll be waking up at 3 a.m. to watch Tiger and the British Open early Saturday morning. If anyone wants to join, come on over. As the 1-0 pitch to Stankiewicz, a fastball swung, popped foul out of play, count even at 1-1. And then after that, we'll be in Healdsburg for Sunday and Monday, a 2-game set with the Packers. Then we'll be back. Get a day off, we do not get a day off. We go Tuesday, Wednesday against the Pacific Union Capitalists. Those are our last 2 games of the season, so this season coming to an end. But in what a way it's going here. A 2-1 count on Stankiewicz as the Blues trying to win a monstrous game with playoff implications as the pitch is going to be down and in, and the count 3-1. So 3 balls and a strike to Stankiewicz here as he bats, looking to find a gap for a base hit. Blues looking to add on if they can. We'll see if it's Eder or Lopez that come out to pitch. 3-1 offering fouled off. Stankiewicz gets a fastball right in on his thumbs and fouls it straight back as he had himself a go at that one there. Count full 3-2. So a full count here once again, this time on Dane. As he readies the 3-2 offering from Rincover on the way as he breaks to the plate. Runners go in the dirt, ball 4. Sims does a good job to keep it in front, not allowing a run to come in. Bases are loaded now, 2 outs, and Blaine Jones gonna come to the plate. And do my ears deceive me, or is that the angelic hymn of London Bridge by Fergie playing? Yes, indeed it is. As that signifies that Blaine Jones has entered the building with a monstrous opportunity here. Bases loaded. The Ducks are on the pond. The table is set. Is Blaine Jones still hungry here in the bottom of the 8th? As he has a chance to drive in a couple of runs. Charleston on second. One of the fastest guys to ever put on a Blues uniform there over there at second base. He's definitely scoring on a single. Base hit will score 2. Blues lead 9-7. As Rincover, the left-hander, sets his first offering to Jones. Fastball ripped into left center field. That ball is back, and that ball is not going to be caught. It's against the wall. 3 runs are going to come in to score. Jones slides into third. A 3-run triple by Blaine Jones. The man, the myth, the legend, Blaine Jones. That ball off the bat was music to every Blues fan's ears, as that was the purest sound. He caught that ball dead on the screws. Elijah Alexander in center on a full run. I cannot state enough his effort on that play. The center fielder for the Oaks, full layout. He knew the drastic measures that needed to be taken in order to grab that ball. He knows that the playoff implications are high. Full parallel layout, just can't grab it. Jones smokes that ball. First pitch he sees as it short hopped the wall. We thought it was out for a second as that ball sounded beautiful. We'll take a short break. Blues take a 12-7 lead, and my oh my, how the tables have turned. We will be back with the rest of the 8th inning. A runner on third and 2 outs. Brian Klein due up when we return. So as we get set here, new pitcher on the mound, number 24, right-hander David Appleby on the mound. He's going to face Brian Klein as Blaine Jones drops an absolute tank to left center field as the Blues, after trailing 5-0 after the first 2 innings, lead by 5 in the bottom of the 8th as they've hung a 4 spot up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Interesting move as they got a right-hander in Appleby on the mound. Left-handed hitting Brian Klein at the plate. Another run just 90 feet away after Jones tripled on that absolute unit of a ball to the wall. I can't come up with enough adjectives of how grossly demolished that ball was. And the word Coleman says it best. It was simply hit well. As the first offering to Klein, he swings to a fastball, 0-1. Right-hander on the mound, Klein at the plate. Blues lead 12-7. They've amassed 14 hits, committed 3 errors. The Oaks, 9 hits for their 7 runs on 5 errors as well, committed by them defensively, as Blues looking to come out with a win here tonight as the 0-1 offering. Fastball sprayed, foul, 0-2. Blues have had the mentality of never say die. A tough start really to the season for them. The first third or so, they were struggling. They've got it going in the middle part, and they've caught fire down the stretch as they are in the thick of this playoff hunt. Even more so if they can hang on in the 9th. As the 0-2 offering to Klein, change up there, fought off as Brian, a nice job, doesn't want to take a pitch too close, just fights it off. Count holds 0-2. So 0-2 to Klein here. If the Blues can hang on here, what it really means, it doesn't mean much as playoffs are tight here in the CCL. Top 4 teams go based on your win percentage within the league. But it does mean the Blues will control their own destiny to the most part against Healdsburg. That fastball in, and it's going to get away from the catcher Sims, and Jones will trot home to score. Then the Blues take a 13-7 lead. So Appleby does the job for Klein there on the wild pitch. Sims can't keep it in front, and it's a 13-7 Blues lead. As Klein steps to the plate now, 1-2 the count here. It'll be interesting to see if Eater comes back out. He has been absolutely perfect out of the bullpen. Do you run him a 5th inning? The one question, though, is he's been on the bench for probably about a half hour now in this inning. Has he cooled off too much? Do you go to Lopez possibly as the pitch on the way here? A shot at the first baseman off his glove, fielded by the second baseman. The throw to first is going to be in time. A crazy play there as a shot off the bat by Klein. He's clearly not happy with the misfortune there as it hits off the glove of the first baseman on a 1-hop. Second baseman Will Pickett gets the carom, throws it to the pitcher covering. So tough break for Klein. Hit the ball hard, all you can do. He's visibly not thrilled with the outcome, but hey, now it's time to play some defense. Blues need 3 outs and need to protect their 6-run lead when we come back. as we get set for the top of the 9th inning. Blues need 3 outs to come out with a crazy win. Just to recap before we get started, they were down 5-0. They tied it up at 5s. They trailed 7-5 as well. Tied it up at 7s, and since then they've exploded for 1 in the 7th, 5 in the 8th. They've had 2 innings with 5-run totals. The 3rd and now the 8th, as Eder back out there for what will be his 5th inning of work, facing the top of the order of Sam Shaken at the plate. Oaks, like we said, are not going to go quietly. They have a solid offense as well, can definitely hang a 5 spot up quickly as that fastball misses high 2-0. Lopez was warming, but Skip going to stick with Eder. I like the mentality of just dance with the one that brung you. Eder's been solid for him out of the pen. Might as well let him go, give him a shot to complete this game for himself. As he came on, he's pitched 4 solid innings. That fastball fouled off 2-1 is Shaken with a green light 2-0. Shaken, Lewis, and McFarland, top of the order, due up. So some treacherous terrain for Eder to navigate. Still, this game by no means over. Glad to see that most people have stuck around for it as Blues looking to pull off a fantastic comeback as this fastball finds the outside corner 2-2. So count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jones hugging the line at third. He delivered the monstrous blow, the 3-run triple to left center field. In the bottom of the 8th is a 2-2 offering from Eder. A fastball swung, lifted, foul out of play. Count will remain 2-2. Clark looking to battle back, trying to get his leader here. As my coach always said, that's your main focus as a pitcher. Get that first man out, work from there. As we'll see what Clark does here. Shaken in the box, a slightly closed stance from the right-handed hitter. As the shortstop for the Oaks waits, Eder gets the sign. He and Slade working well together so far tonight. Slade changes the sign here. Now they got what they want. Full count offering on the way. Fastball swung on and missed. Up top, where Mama hides the Thin Mints. Out number 1 recorded as Clark Eder gets the leadoff man with a high fastball swinging for out number 1. And with 1 gone, Brandon Lewis will come to the plate. 1 for 4 on the day. He singled his first time up since then. Has been held quiet. As Lewis digs in here, the first offering from Eder, a fastball a bit inside here, 1-0. So like I said, Blues still more than in the playoff hunt. They did basically need to win this game today. And if this result holds, they will have 2 more games in league against the Packers. All it means really is the Blues do control their own destiny. If they can go to Healdsburg and take a couple of wins, then they might be able to make it. It's a 2-0 count to Lewis as that fastball misses high. As the 2-0 offering on the way. A fastball a bit high once again. They ask him to check his swing, but he does not go around 3-0. So nothing defined. The only thing we know for certain in the CCL right now really is that the Foresters are going to go to the playoffs. Other than that, it's all up for grabs. As a 3-0 pitch is ripped into left field, going to go all the way to the wall. It's going to be extra bases. Murillo plays the carom nicely. The throw comes into second. Almost a close play at second as Murillo, a nice relay there. So a double for Brandon Lewis here with 1 out. No worries for Clark. Just needs to keep a composed head. That is the first base runner Eder's given up, as he was 13 up, 13 down till that point there, but got behind in the count. 3-1 to Lewis, so had to give him something to go after. Lewis doesn't miss it. Good hitter is Brandon, so he makes Eder pay. No worries. Clark will try to get ahead of Jordan McFarland here with a man on second and 1 out. This game's all about outs for the Blues right now. They can afford to concede some runs here. Just need to play for that out. As Clark Eder sets at the belt. His first offering on the way to Hagen at the plate. A fastball hit back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. And a run's going to come in to score as Charleston just makes sure to get it back in. And it's a 13-8 game. So no worries for the Blues here. You concede that run. Gravel's going to come out and have a chat with Eder here. Runner on first. 1 gone. Cleanup man Chase Cockrell at the plate. The designated hitter will bat. The man on first, 1 gone. Blues just need a ground ball double play to end this game right here. I'm sure that's what Gravel is telling Clark. They do have Lopez warming up just in case. As this is where those runs come in the 8th, as the Blues able to add 5. Have given them this 5-run cushion. It was 6. They give up a run, makes it 5. And like we said, this game far from over as we've seen today. Blues just need to make sure to play for outs, stay composed, keep their focus on the fact that they just need 2 more outs. As the first offering on the way from Eater as he looks to first now to the plate. Cockrell takes a fastball just a bit low. Close pitch called a ball 1-0. Lopez continues to heat up. As this is the middle of the order for the Oaks, so these are the guys that are going to do some damage. If the Blues have to keep going, you just got to weather this storm right here. Of Cockrell at the plate as he rips this ball down the left field line. It's going to hook foul. However, as he gets out in front of a changeup, nice pitch by Eater there to get Cockrell out and around that one, and the count evens at 1-1. So 1-1 the count to Cockrell here, the designated hitter on the day, 2 for 4, a pair of singles so far as he bats here. Eater able to get him out his last time up, looking to make that happen once again as the infield playing straight up, a little bit pinched up the middle for a double play. Jones not expecting a bunt, so he's playing back. Knows that most of the ball's off Cockrell's bat on the ground or hit hard. As Chase digs in here, Eater sets at the belt. His 1-1 offering on the way as he breaks the plate. A fastball called, strike of the knees, 1-2. A nice pitch as Clark just reared back, fires a fastball beautifully placed right on the low and away part of the plate. Not much Cockrell can do. It's 1-2. I apologize for that rhyme. There's the 1-2 pitch on the way here. Eater looks in, gets the sign now, sets. McFarland leads from first. A breaking ball stays a bit high there as Eater just doesn't stay quite on top of that one all the way through, and the count runs even 2-2. Still 1 gone in the inning, 3.5 hours into this ball game. Eater's arm starting to warm back up, I'm sure, after that long break. He had about a half hour in the dugout while that 8th inning was going on for the Blues offensively. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Nice block. Hagan keeps it at his feet. Can't find it for a second, but now tracks it down. The count full 3-2. So a nice hard slider by Clark there. Tried to get Cockrell to go after it, but he lays off. So the count runs full 3-2. Clark looking for a big punch out, ground out, fly out, you name it. As long as it's an out, he wants it. As Clark Eater sets his full count offering on the way. Fastball swung on and missed up top where Mama has the thin mints. The cupboard's getting full. As Eater gets another punch out, a high fastball, retires Cockrell. And now with 2 gone, it'll be Elijah Alexander. But we're going to have a pinch hitter, so Alexander's day is going to be done. Coming in to hit, it's going to be number 33, Bailey Holbrook, coming to the plate. Holbrook, a left-handed hitter as well. So he and Alexander both lefties, but they give Holbrook the shot here. The man on first and 2 outs. As Holbrook bats here, 2 gone in the inning. A monstrous punch out there by Eater. Blues an out away now as the first offering on the way to Holbrook. Fastball, check swing, roller fouled on the third base line. 0-1. As everyone for a second held their breath thinking that might have been the game-ending ground out, but it just trickles foul. 0-1. 13 runs, 14 hits, 3 errors for the Blues, 8 runs, 11 hits, 5 errors for the Oaks. That has gotten us to our point here. Blues looking to complete this comeback. As the 0-1 offering on the way here. Eater's pitch, fastball fouled straight back to the screen. 0-2. Blues trailed by 5 at the start. Gotta say, didn't look great as I just took a mosquito to the eye. Coleman, you have an electric fly swatter, and you let me take a mosquito right to the face. Oh, my goodness. 0-2. We're all dealing with tragedies here as that time is going to be called. We need like bulletproof glass here to protect ourselves. Did you find it, Cole? Oh my goodness. Woo! Well, hey, got to take one for the team. As the 0-2 pitch from Eder on the way. Breaking ball just a bit down and in as the people get to their feet looking for the last out of this game as not a fan is left. Everyone's been a part of this comeback. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count here as Clark Eder on the mound. His 1-2 offering on the way. Fastball. Can I help you, Holbrook? Nah, just looking. Inning over. Game over. The Blues trailed by 5. They come back to win it by 5. It's a 13-8 final line scores. The Blues now officially control their own destiny as we will head to Healdsburg for Sunday's game. Please tune in as it'll be 2 fantastic games. We are very excited. A well-fought battle, a true just down and dirty battle in the mud here between the Blues and the Oaks. It wasn't pretty, but the Blues buckled up, strapped on their working boots, grabbed their lunch pail, and came to play today as they grind through 9 innings, 3.5 hours. And the Blues come out with a win. For all players, coaches, and interns, I'm Davis Ellington saying thanks for listening. Hope you had fun. We had a great time. We got fireworks coming later. But that is it for our stream today. Thank you guys so much for listening. We hope to see all of you on Sunday when the Blues fight for their season and fight for their playoff right against the Packers. We'll have a day off, but please tune in on Sunday and represent your Blues baseball as we'll be up north against the Packers. But until then, have a safe and fun weekend, and we will see you on Sunday evening.